going to.
And we're
Yeah.
live. Hello.
We've been talking about 911, the TV show.
Oh, I was like, the emergency line?
Yes, and also the TV show.
I mean, one of the people we follow is literally a 911 dispatcher, so.
Is that the same lady that was in Ghost Whisperer? I can't think of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Wow, so I must have seen a lot more clips of that show than I thought, because it's just like different, what I thought was different shows, but it was just different characters within the same show.
Yeah. I mean, there is also, like, there are two spin-offs. There's 911 Lone Star, and there's also 911 Nashville. I'm pretty sure Lone Star is finished, cancelled. Nashville's still ongoing. But, like, you can usually tell from the way that they're filmed which ones are which.
You good, Moles?
I
was asking if you were good.
Yeah, why?
Oh. You just
I
look
have
like
a gross look on my face again.
you look like you were you look like you were like contemplating, the meaning of life or something.
No.
Okay.
I need a reminder to emote sometimes. Yeah, I'm good. We're good. Hey guys, welcome back. So, no, I'm good. I'm just like reading stuff, and I'm like, ugh. So, I'm glad we're back. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
Did you guys get the Fantasy Plus link that I put in the chat for everyone?
Yes.
Great. Okay, yeah, it's been a while. I need to exit out of this. It's been a while, but we're back. I kind of forgot where we left off. We were in the woods.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
I have
Yeah. That is correct. Okay. I'm actually muting the Fantasy Plus site just because to have it at the level that it'll show up on stream is way too loud for me to think.
So bonus on that is, since I'm running the stream, you don't have to have the volume up as loud as possible because it goes off of the audio that I have set up. So I have it up to a level that will appear on the stream, so you're good to set it at whatever level you want.
Okay, I don't hear it on stream, which is why I have it turned up so loud. But I'll just mute it because I don't need it then. Cool. All right. We left off. Shit. Let me pull up my notes. I know it was timey-wimey bullshit, but also, Sonari got a new little pet, a little weasel who shall remain nameless. You guys got that weasel fixed up because his back mechanical leg was all messed up, and spent a little time with those constructs that the blacksmith Croft created, Amulet, Burnsville, Byron, and not so much Critterby. And then you guys headed out into the forest, where you realize that the paths you're kind of walking on are essentially like currents in a stream, or like parallel to the shore of the ocean, where if you step outside it, you can age yourself or, de-age yourself, sort of. And at one point, I believe it was Maddie and Arbelriel got lured out of their time current and were stuck in there for 2 years, mesmerized by these dancing moths. And at one point, Maddie very luckily managed to notice that there was a young girl walking a path parallel to them in a different time current from like several years ago, because it turned out that that little girl was none other than Marina Partington, and Maddie managed to get her to jump into their time current to save her from this horrendous beast that finally made itself known. that Maddie had noticed within Burnsville's art book as this huge creature that seemed to turn everything dark and cold and like cruel, and managed to save younger Marina Partington before she disappeared, essentially making it so that the current Marina Partington wouldn't have, never been there, period. And I think that's where we left off. You guys also did age 2 years, so looking good though. And yeah, I think you guys are all standing there in the aftermath of that. What are you guys doing?
I think I remember telling Marina about this and everything already, like talking with her. Okay. So we're still headed in the same in the direction of that everyone was going then.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did Marina recognize Maddie as the person who... Oh, she didn't? Okay.
Well, not at first, but now that it's coming back to her and she sees Sonari older now, or not Sonari, sorry. You guys...
It's okay.
sees Madeline older now. She recognizes her as now that woman who had saved her from this entity. Which it was kind of like a fulfilling a sort of already set time thing that already happened. I don't know why I went into time stuff here. It's always confused me in media. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew here. But yeah.
It's okay, it all worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything worked out.
I think it's fairly straightforward. It's not too convoluting here. And when we came back, I did watch the end of last stream before hopping in here. We did have the conversation with them where that recognition was made. And it was like right at the end of the stream, and we stopped right after that. So that's right after that conversation with Marina is where we are picking up.
And I think on that note, probably Rena turns to you after mentioning how these time streams work, after showcasing how her hand ages as she sticks it into another time stream, must keep to the path, and be ever vigilant, as I believe while the time streams are important for one such as Loridia to be able to traverse them, as this is her forest, and it's a great defense against those who are not welcome, it's also very dangerous, even for those who are friends of the forest. So
it seems that one wrong step can leave you many, many years older.
It does seem that way. But thankfully, it's only a couple this time.
it's very lucky that Cass was the one rolling that, because the low rolls were really good there.
Yeah, I was like 2, I guess. And you're like, oh yeah, it's 2 years. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
17. Cool. I believe after just making sure everybody's all good, you guys will continue on the path. Rena kind of talks over her shoulder and she says, like, we are still a ways away from the start of the river, which starts right at the sort of mother tree at the heart of the forest. So best to keep our wits about us as she's leading you through. Out of curiosity, what's your guys's what do you call it? Marching order.
I think Arby is going to.
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
He's going to be sticking close to Gaius, wherever Gaius is.
Great.
I'm going to turn to Maddie and be like, "You go ahead. I don't trust you to not wander off into any more dancing moths. Go."
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm going to stick. I'll stick to the back with my little furry friend here.
Okay. Thank you for watching my back. I guess. And Maddie is going to be walking. I think that since she was already talking with Marina, she'll just be like next to her, or whichever you prefer, is front or back. But I figured we would just be like talking.
Oh, that's very nice of you to ask. I'm just teasing. Probably, I think obviously Rena's leading. Probably Marina is right behind her. So, front of the line for you then.
Sure.
And if that's cool. And then Avros will probably be in the middle, got his head on a swivel. And then it could go like Gaius, Arbelriel, Maddie, or sorry, Sonari.
Yep.
Getting you guys mixed up, aren't I? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Just a quick question, Malls. Are we on a map right now?
You should be.
Farts.
I'm a terrible DM. Sorry, let me put you on here.
I was just asking because I wanted to know which one I needed to go to.
I thought I had the thing on the thing on it, the little flag.
Oh, okay, so that's the one. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm on the right one then. I only see. I only see Avros and Maddie.
We don't have to be on a map. I'm just wanting to know for my own edification. But that's good to know. Give me 1 second.
Yep, because you were asking for a marching order. I didn't know if I should change the map.
Nah, it's just for me.
Okay.
I gotta find like a.
I know exactly what order to torture people in.
And it's like the two of them come back onto the road. Gaius is just like just very casually walking along. He's probably got his hands in his pockets, just like looking around. And he just thinks to himself, like, maybe like quasi reaching out and teasing Laridia a little bit. It's just like, do you ever think about putting up guardrails along the pathway here? That way, children don't wander into a time slip.
Are you actually asking her that?
Yeah. Because he's a smart ass. Of course he is.
I think you feel like a breeze throughout the trees and it just brushes against your cheek. Like a little a cute little pat of your cheek, but no answer.
No, you're funny.
Oh, you're cute.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Like, no, now you have to deal. You signed a pact with me. Now you got to deal with a smart ass. Have fun.
Spoiler alert, she loves it.
Do you have to say this? Do you have to say this out loud so that she hears it, or is it just like something that you just say in your head?
Oh, this was just something he said in his head.
Okay.
Okay. So Rena, Marina, Madeline, Avros, Gaius, Arbelriel, Sonari, Weasel. What? Yeah. Weasel.
Gaius is gonna look over to RB, noticing that he's sticking close to him. Everything good?
I mean, I don't think anything about this is good, but
oh, you look fine.
Thank you. If you're wondering why I'm closer than usual to perhaps the most annoying person in this group, I'm admittedly hoping that your new patron affords you some level of protection in her own domain.
So you're using me as a living shield in hopes that the goddess that I follow will protect you.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, respectable. Though I don't really think that's how our pact works.
Do you have any idea how your pact works? I mean, aside from the whole talking to dead people thing?
No, apparently I'm just, being provided, short notes every now and then about what I can and can't and should be doing.
It does sound like a pact, yes.
It's funny. I now know how my editors feel.
I never considered that you had editors. Admittedly, I've never read any of your works, Gaius.
Funny, I took you as a person of culture.
Yes, that's why I haven't read any of your work, Gaius.
You wound me. Not everything I write is smut.
No, but the good shit is.
Oh, perhaps if we make it out of here alive, you can recommend where I start.
I don't know. Seeing, and he kind of points between him and Avros. Seeing the two of you gives me an idea of a story.
Care to elaborate?
No.
No, I don't think I will.
Fair is fair, I suppose.
Wait, DM missed that. What'd you say?
I said that he was teasing Arb, and he said that seeing how him and Avros are acting with each other, it gives him an idea for a story.
I'm muting myself again. Bye-bye. What are your guys' passive perceptions? Yeah, it was too quick for you, Rojan.
No, you're too quick for me because my ass doesn't have my character sheet open.
Wow.
Do you even have your dice out?
Yes, I have my dice out. I have my dice out. I remembered my dice this time. I've got a 13.
We do not have our dice ready because it is easy, but because it is hard. Sorry, yours is a what?
A 13.
A 13.
A 13.
What's everybody else's?
Mine is a 16.
I'm very
Right.
sure. I'm very sure mine is an 11, but I
It
need
should
to
be
wait.
underneath, like your.
I'm waiting for everything to load because this computer is a piece of crap.
I can tell you what it is. It's an 11.
Yeah.
I peeked at your
And
sheet. I hope that's okay. What's yours?
15, 1-5.
Fuck, I know I just live in our own fucking world, huh?
Sorry, and guys, yours was what?
13.
Very cool. Okay. Everybody except it seems Sonari and Avros, as you're walking along, sorry, that made me laugh. You start to hear, just like quietly, almost as if like it's carried on the wind from like a different side of the forest, just like this very almost ethereal singing. And it's surprising, but it kind of makes you feel a little like you feel like your shoulders loosen a little bit. And you see you see Marina's head kind of tilt a little. She goes, "Oh, I didn't realize we were this far along already."
What do you mean?
Rena kind of looks over her shoulder at you and she goes, "Do you want to find out?"
That's a haunting question, seeing as what's happened to two of our companions already.
I promise.
Yeah,
no
I don't think
harm.
Brian has reached the fox look yet.
I promise no harm will come to you on our journey to the river. But this is something not everybody gets to see. And it's probably a good thing that I am with you for this, if that puts your mind at ease.
I am a sucker for a lovely song.
What song?
I'm not hearing things, am I?
No, I hear it as well.
What song?
As you guys, she kind of steers you guys not on the main path, but off this little hidden side path. And as she approaches it, you wouldn't have even noticed it at first. But as she approaches it, it's like branches kind of part the way for her. And you see that there is indeed a little winding side path that leads, I would say if you guys are going to the mid, leads almost east off of the path. And as you guys approach, the singing gets louder, to the point where Sonari and Avros can hear it. He goes, "Oh, I thought you guys were crazy." Yeah, no, I hear it. No, I hear it. It's all good.
Where did this come from? How did you hear this?
He's like digging in his ear.
Gaius just points to his ears.
The caddies.
Just go, fair enough.
There's a trick you can use with hot wax to clear out your ears. I can show you later.
Okay, cool. I think I would just like that sounds like that intends to make it worse, putting more wax in, but
No, you don't pour it in. I'll have to tell you later. You just use a candle. But I'll tell you later. And Marina's like, shh. Shut up. As you guys approach, sorry, I'm realizing that even as I say that, I don't actually know the trick with the hot candle wax, so I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
I talking about that thing with the white with the paper or crap where you set it on fire. Apparently it's been proved to be a load of crap.
I was like, no, it's legit. Okay. As you approach closer, it feels like the air around here gets like, it's hard to explain, but when you're on the main path in the forest, what with eternal sunshine and eternal fall, like just golden leaves on birch trees and whatnot, as you diverge into like not so much darker, but a little less picturesque sort of area of the forest on this little beaten path, it feels like the equivalent of kind of taking a deep breath of cold air, kind of invigorating and waking you guys up, and you're not sure if it's like this music or the fact that you're not on the main trail that almost kind of gives you like a sleepy feeling when you're on the main trail, just so dreamy and kind of like unnatural that the forest is. This place seems a bit more real. And as you get close, you start to kind of notice smells of like fresh earth and like old wet stones here. As you venture forth, the singing gets louder and it will be peaceful, kind of almost ethereal, and you start to notice kind of signs of life as you continue on, like a potted plant here, or like a weaving basket, or like a trail that's forged on footsteps alone. And then once you get close enough, Rena turns to you all and kind of like indicates you all to like slow down, not be so loud. She goes, "Those that dwell here are welcoming but cautious. It would be best not to startle them."
I imagine her staring right at Sayonara as she says it, and I'm just going like,
And as you guys approach, she kind of reaches out with her hand and pushes kind of a curtain of vines out of the way, and you see what seems to be, and Gaius, you immediately clock this, but it seems to be a group of half women, half bird people. And they're all gathered around each other, singing and weaving baskets. Some of them are laughing with each other. And whoever wants to can give me a perception check.
I rolled a 17.
I got a 16.
Rolled a 1.
As she pushes the vines back, one of them goes and hits you in the eye.
Ow.
14.
What'd you get, Effie?
15.
Something that ends in a teen. You're kind of breaking up a little bit. 13, thank you. I would say that, Sonari, as you're looking at what they're weaving, even though you didn't spend a huge amount of time with him when you're at the blacksmiths, you notice that the way that they're weaving their baskets, it looks very similar to the one that Burnsville was weaving the very first time you met that group as a bat. And then our Belriel and Gaius, I would say that with a 17 and a 16, you notice that these women look strikingly like someone you already know, and that's Angharat Tough. However, unlike these women who seem to just be sporting slightly different, like wider eyes that are maybe yellow, like an owl's, or like dark, like a sparrow's. And they have these feathers growing from their arms. Angharad is different in that she's completely covered in feathers, with like clawed hands and those small wings kind of growing from her temples.
So as soon as I notice that and make that connection, I kind of like subtly look over at Gaius to just see what his reaction to all of this is, 'cause he seems to have formed the strongest bond with Angharad out of all of us. So I want to see if it affects him in any way.
I think when you look over at him, you could probably see like just a million ideas like running through his mind just by the look in his eyes. Who are they?
They don't have an actual name for themselves, but they are women from the city and surrounding towns that were essentially displaced, or for many of them, runaways from unwanted marriages or escaping harmful spouses. As the church doesn't really have anything. Well, I would just say, if you guys want, you can give me a religion check. Upon entering this forest, usually ones that are desperate for refuge, the magic of Liridia, she sort of takes them in, embraces them, hiding them from unfriendly eyes, and in the end, bringing them peace. What you guys get?
30-20.
Nice.
Only an 11.
Okay.
So, sorry, I didn't expect to really get anything, but I used a different dice, and I also got a 1. So that's how the day is going to be.
Dun, 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 dun.
You say out loud, I hate the gods.
She's too busy dealing with like the fact her eyes watering after she's been hit in the eye with the vine, so she doesn't care. She doesn't care what's happening. She's like, ow, this stings like a bitch.
As you're rubbing your eye, you speak a spot of blasphemy. So you got a dirty 20, Gaius?
Mm-hmm.
It would probably click in your head that similar neighboring countries that have their own religions have something akin to like a nunnery, where a lot of women would probably flee to escape any sort of like marriage situation that they don't want. However, Liridia and her worship doesn't have anything like that. You can either join as a priest or a cleric, but there's no sort of like nunnery or abbey or anything like that.
So she provides them shelter here.
It's not explicitly stated, but over time, as women have gone missing and last seen fleeing into the woods, they're either thought of as dead, but it turns out that they've been here the entire time and they're safe. However, I'm not sure whether it's the change in magic that's occurred lately, but as they spend more time here and intend to stay here, as you can see, they sort of change. They still maintain their humanity, but I don't know if it's Lyria's way of hiding them further, disguising them as birds.
They resemble a friend of mine.
Yes, I was just about to ask, have you ever heard of any of them leaving the forest after this change?
I haven't. Not grown women.
What of babies?
I'm not as familiar with that story as they are. They have made mention of a baby in the past, but they don't really elaborate on it. You could ask them. I will caution you, they're a little cautious around men.
Understandably so, from the sounds of it.
Indeed.
So I was going to turn to Maddie to be like, so.
Though.
Maddie's like, ow.
Yeah, just like it's like a
Fucking
like
Laridia.
tears. Yeah.
Fuck your damn forest, Lorraine.
God damn it. God damn it.
Blasphemy.
Like, first I get age, now I catch a pine bush into the face.
No,
I'm aged.
Maddie's having a rough go of it right now.
Gaius looks
I see this and go, okay, so it looks like it's down to like me or Marina.
Hold on.
I can go. No,
Hold
it's
on.
fine.
She confided in me her secrets. I don't want anything spilt out that doesn't need to be. I am curious, though. Give me a moment.
We don't need your permission to talk to them.
And he just kind of like shoots like probably the most serious look he's ever had right at you.
I was joking. Now I'm dealing with my eye over here. It's okay, but still. There's like a little red welt. It's not even like broke the skin or anything. It's just like, oh, it's just awful.
Oh, it's so terrible. Hey, Marina, you got a handkerchief for her?
What are you doing, Gaius?
He takes a step forward and he just calls out, "Excuse me. I was wondering if anyone would possibly be able to answer a question or two regarding a child that was taken from here."
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. Because you've very much caught these women off guard.
I'm actually really good at persuasion. 26.
Okay. You see, as you step out, all of these women seem to jump and like recoil.
He just puts his hand. He puts his hands up. Like, I'm not here.
See, like distrust.
I'm not here to
and,
cause
like-
any harm. I am just inquiring for a friend of mine.
And you see this one woman stand up, and she is very regal and stately. She's actually probably not much older than, I guess, our Balriel, since he's the oldest now. Um, and she goes, "And who is your friend who sends you into the forest to our hidden place?"
I will not lie, she did not send me here. I am here on other matters, and we've just come across your peoples as happenstance. But your resemblance is quite striking to hers.
Another woman pipes up. She goes, "That's impossible. None of us have ever left this forest."
That is why I ask if a babe was taken from here at any time.
Give me an insight check.
That is going to be a 19.
You see immediately they are they have these stricken expressions across their face at the mention of a baby. And I'm going to go off of like a earlier perception check. As you look around, you notice no children here. I mean, there are women of various ages, but no children. And I'm going to do something. I think this woman steps forward, almost putting herself between you and the others, and you can kind of infer that obviously this is an almost like ragtag group of women. Not ragtag's not even the group of it. It's a coven's not really the word, but these are just women. And while they may not be warriors or magicians or anything like that, she's kind of taken it upon herself to be a sort of leader, a sort of protector for everyone as she puts herself between you and them. She goes, "How do you know of this? Who are you?"
My name is Gaius Tybalt. And how I know of you? I'm going to be honest, up until now, I didn't know there were others. A friend of mine was in danger, and in the process of assisting and saving her life, her identity was revealed to me.
I think at this point, probably Rena steps out looking very regal. And she goes, "Friends, I apologize. This gentleman is with me. He means no harm. I do not know this friend he speaks of, but he does not seek to usurp you from your place of refuge."
Not at all.
I think seeing Rena, they instantly relax and they go, "Rena, it's good to see you. It's been a minute." She goes, "It's been, for me, a long time, and I hope you are all well." They go, "We are as well as can be." They go, "Apologies, Mr. Tybalt. I did not know you walked with such prolific beings."
Well, if I'm being honest, I just formally met her a couple days ago. She's helping guide us through the forest.
As they kind of relax seeing Rena, do any of you step out as well, or?
Cyrus definitely poked her head out through the trees and is kind of like staring like watching very openly. Like you just see this little tiefling head pop out, and then there's like a little ferret head that pops out right next to her. It's like, is everything okay? Well, we going to scare them off if we come out?
I think this woman looks, goes, "You've brought a troop with you." And Rena goes, "I'm making sure they have safe passage to the river." She goes, "Understandable. Are there any more of you we should be aware of?"
1, 2, 3, about 4 more.
And I think probably Marina steps out and followed closely by Avros.
I step out. Just kind of like keeping my arms like this, not trying not to like. It's like, I know it's another person and we're kind of intruding in your home kind of way. It's like, I'm sorry. We're here. Hi.
I or none of my friends meant to impose on you. I only approached you in a chance that I may find answers for my friend.
You see this woman, she kind of takes a deep breath. She goes, "If you travel with Rena Pottington, then I am to call you friend as well." And she beckons you all forward, and she goes, "If I may offer for you to break your fast with us, I can tell you all that I remember."
That would be delightful, thank you.
Some of the women back up a little, less trusting as this woman is. But some of them bring bread, water, and a little bowl of like berries. And after kind of handing it out to all of you, she goes, "Before I tell you this story, it's actually very painful, this story. So if I may know, just to slake my own curiosity, can I know why you are in this forest?"
A multitude of reasons. Mainly to...
Fair.
What?
I'm just reacting, like going, yeah, how do we just like, you go ahead. Sorry, it's making noises.
I myself am here sort of on the will of Laridia herself. But in a grander scale, we are here searching for answers in regards to the murder of an individual back in the city.
She goes, "You are aligned with Laridia."
It was...
I wish you had led with that, Mr. Tybalt.
It's a new partnership. Honestly, I'm still getting used to the whole thing. I don't know what exactly my responsibility is.
I pats your arm. She goes, I tease you, Mr. Tybalt. I apologize. She goes, we are a untrusting, cautious group, and I apologize if I came off strongly. It was not my intention, but I care very much for these women, and I don't wish for any harm to come their way.
I would say that your reaction was, perfectly normal, given a group of strangers just randomly appears amongst your group of friends and starts asking random questions about babies.
She goes, "Yes." She goes, "First, have some food. If it's all right with you, I must speak with one of my members before I speak with you." And she just excuses herself and steps around the corner. It looks like where you are, it's like it's like an abandoned old chapel, just covered in like green moss and ivy. So there is some semblance of architecture here, but nothing that you could like, not like a bustling city or anything like that. And as you look around, you kind of see like bedrolls and whatnot. And it's like these women are kind of living rough, but it seems like they're happy. Do you guys have water and bread and berries and whatnot. Are you talking with any of the other bird women there? There's at least like 20.
And the colors of their feathers, that's like a black as well.
Actually, no. I would say that as you take a look at them, you see different colored feathers almost on every woman. Some of them are jet black, like a raven. Some of them are like a sky blue, like a blue jay. Others are colors you wouldn't even recognize in regular everyday birds. But it's not like off-putting. It's once your eye gets used to it, it's actually very pleasing. And as you guys kind of fill these plates that they set up before you, one of them leans forward. She goes, "Just so you know, those berries are very hard to get, but they are delicious." She goes, "My name is Elizabeth." She holds her hand out to shake Maddie.
Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. My name is Maddie.
And you see she's got like these red feathers like just dusting over her skin like a cardinal's. And she goes, "It's been so long since we've had, new people here. It's very nice to meet you." She goes, "That's Emmeline, whom you were talking with earlier. She's sort of a mother. But she's very distrustful. But I like meeting new people."
I can understand why she's distrustful with new people, especially given where you are in the forest. It is, I'm not sure if we would have come here if it wasn't for Rena. But
James, yeah.
I must say, you are all, I love the feathers, and the colors are very beautiful. Some of these colors I haven't seen outside of the forest.
Thank you.
It's really interesting.
Because I don't mind it so much. I don't really know why it occurs, but I'm fine with it. If it means that I'm safe here and not out there.
So you were not born with feathers then, or they just
No,
appeared?
it's hard to know because time moves so strangely in this forest, but I escaped. My parents had wanted me to marry a boar of a man, and I refused, and they insisted. And so in the middle of the night, I stole away and found myself running towards the forest, because not many people venture into the forest, so I knew I wouldn't be found. And it was almost instantaneous, and I know that we're nowhere near the entrance to the forest, but as I entered in, I came across Emmeline almost immediately. It must have been just the way the forest changes, bringing me to where I needed to be. But everything we need is here. We don't want for anything. So, and I'm free. So.
Oh yeah, so when she goes to the forest, she gets a loving home and family, and when we go into the forest, we deal with a nightmare.
She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, your journey's been awful so far. Is that it?"
Someone found us in the beginning and wanted to play a game, I believe.
Watch out for the nightmare cat.
There's a nightmare cat.
Not that one. And I just was stopping it, not pointing at guys going, not that one, just another one.
I'm not a nightmare.
At least you're a cat now.
I'm not a cat either. It's like his ears just like lower down and the tail just starts going nuts.
Because I thought
you go into airplane mode.
I thought he seemed very well spoken. It's been a long time since I've seen another man in here. So he was very polite.
Good to know that he's making a good impression.
Mm-hmm.
And I just literally just looking around at like the whole place, like going like, so who's the oldest here then? How long? Like who's the? Would that be Emily?
That would be Emmeline. Yes, she must be nearing 40.
Can I do an insight or investigation check on something on the berries that
Sure.
were given?
Actually, I'm gonna probably give you a nature check for that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And I'm gonna say it's at disadvantage because you haven't been to the forest, so you don't know what's native to the forest.
Yeah.
Be right back, ceiling spider.
Ah!
Is
You
that
know-
why you're looking up at the
Yeah,
ceiling?
yeah, you hear ceiling spider and you think in America, it's like, oh, that's not a problem. No, this is, Australia where they have, boss size health bars. So who knows what the ceiling spider actually is.
I got a 17.
A 17 with
Yeah.
disadvantage?
Gosh. Let me roll again. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So I got an 8.
Okay.
That's still better.
Yeah, these berries are like bright purple. They kind of remind you of blueberries, but you can't really infer anything about them. She goes, I only mention it because you have to go like deep into the heart of the forest to get these, so they're kind of a delicacy for us. Usually it's just like apples and whatnot. She holds it out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. She takes a couple, and I think that because they already gave us the berries and everything, I already have my own cup, so I'll just only take a couple.
Yeah. Does anybody else? What does everybody else eat?
I'll pluck a blueberry or a berry.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's just the whole thing
Okay.
about the berries in the forest make me nervous.
Are Belriel and Gaius, you guys eating?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take some and I'll give some to Dane as well.
Okay.
I turn to my friend and go, what do you want?
I think he's going after a berry.
Let's go. Okay, 1. We be polite. Got it?
Gaius,
But
same for you too?
What's that?
Same for you too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys is
So you all have
politely
the
eating.
berries?
Mhm.
Can I get no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fun. Why can't I have fun?
Oh, I'm excited.
Can I get wisdom saving throw real quick?
Oh no, I'm scared.
It's just fear inducing anytime a DM says, "Can I get?"
And it's a wisdom saving throw, not a wisdom check.
I got a nat 20 for 22.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Nice. 14.
Okay.
17.
Hey, it's above
Okay.
a 10.
What did you get,
It wasn't
Sonari?
a
Sonari, what did you get?
A dirty 20.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I have to roll for Avros and Marina.
Oh God, is everybody getting it like super drunk?
Are Belriel and Maddie? Actually, everybody. But we'll circle around to those two later. As you pop it into your mouth, you're overcome by like, ooh, why do they like this? This is really sour. But for Gaius, Sonari, and Avros, the sourness kind of fades into a very delicious, sweet, and yet tart sort of berry. And it's lovely. However, for our Belriel and Maddie, you feel like the sourness is like taking over your tongue. It's like twisting, like when you get that ooh like face when you eat something sour, and it's like this compulsion comes over you. And I would have to say a compulsion to speak comes over you, and a secret comes out that you had no control over.
These fucking two.
This is the forest that is just like
4-year-old eating a warhead.
Yeah, 4-year-olds eating a warhead for the first time.
You mean a 30-year-old eating a warhead for the first time? Those things are intense.
I love
Yeah,
them.
they are. But then when you said that they got sweet and a little bit sweet, all I could think of was like sour, sweet, gone, and then everyone disappears. Oh, okay. Did Marina have a berry?
She did.
And she saved. Got it.
No.
No.
But you guys are
It
going
was
first.
only.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It was only.
Yeah, Belriel, you want to go first?
Ladies first.
No. So after eating the berry, she just like Marina. Like, and she doesn't look at Marina because she has no control over it. She can't look at her reaction. She's like slightly next to her.
You don't even have time to think. It just comes out.
Oh, okay. Marina, I think I'm developing feelings for you, and I was scared of you possibly getting married to someone else, and I told your mom to give me permission to court you.
Sonari literally drops what she's holding. He's like, what just happened?
Yeah, guys, his head just like shoots over and kind of tilted. It's just like, what?
the cat face like.
I couldn't stop
Cass,
it.
I love you.
Oh my god. And she just
And then-
instantly is like,
This happens at the same time for our burial, so go ahead.
Yeah, and I think Arby just looks over at Maddie and he's like, yeah, you know, it must run in their family because I've been just incredibly attracted to Avros since I first met him.
right?
Guy, I don't want to like impose on your all of a sudden expression of feelings and everything, but do you feel this was like the best time to just drop this?
No.
No.
I wanted this to be much more romantic.
He's literally fall onto the ground and just she's clutching her stomach laughing.
I was developing plans of how I was going to tell her, and it was going to be pretty lighting and romantic. And this is the worst time. What's going on?
And the thing is that before you get into this discussion, Marina's comes out at the same time, and she goes, and I don't know how to word this. God. At the same time, you say yours, Maddie, and Arbella really must have been following slightly behind. But Marina says, I don't think that I experienced love and attraction the same as other people.
As you said that, the music died.
Oh.
And she goes, wait, what did you say?
What did you say?
What is happening?
Sonari
And
just kind of
you
goes.
see Elizabeth speaks up. She goes, oh gosh, I thought you guys. I'm sorry, I forgot you guys aren't natives here. These berries, that while they're a real delicacy, it's kind of become like a game. You know, whoever can't handle the sourness of the berry, they do like like a funny truth comes out, nothing like that. She goes, "Oh gosh, I am deeply sorry. I forgot. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal." She takes your berries away. She goes, "Okay, okay."
Sorry, they tasted pretty good though. A little bit,
They
a
do
bit
taste
sour.
good. It's
But-
it's just nice because they taste delicious, and then on the off chance, oh, somebody says something wacky, but ugh.
Guy is sort of like,
Sorry, just goes, fuck it, Jonathan. She wants another one.
and as like you go to bite it, Guy kind of leans in and he's like, I really want to get these berries into like one of like the high end parties and just watch secrets spill out from everyone.
Dude, and she
amazing.
just goes, she goes, where do we find these?
They are at the heart of the forest near the mother tree.
Ah,
They probably wouldn't take kindly to us taking them away.
Well, you'd have to give something in return. That's the rule of the forest. And everyone nods and goes, "That's the rule of the forest." And one of them goes,
Yeah,
"I think I have feelings for Jessamine."
and Sonaris goes, you go for Jessamine. So Sonaris just pops another one. Regardless, these are great shower things.
I need
Right?
another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 16.
Give me a secret.
Wow, that high, huh?
Yeah, I mean, our
I
burial
got-
rolled really high.
Okay, what's the secret that she's got that?
I'm gonna roll
She
to
just-
see if Avros heard our burial.
No, she goes, no, I don't feel any different. Yeah. I think my existence ruined my dad's life. And she goes, oh, that, okay, now I see what you mean.
You
Okay.
think you're what? Your
I
existence?
said, I think my existence ruined my dad's life.
Oh no. And Elizabeth goes, "Oh,
Yeah, that
gosh,
one was a bit heavy. I was hoping for something funny like how I actually really feel about our burial's like stupid hat or something. But our burial doesn't even have
What?
She goes, gosh, your secrets are really intense for this game. I'd better take these away. It's different when we all know each other for so long. It's not much to discover, but ooh.
But these are tasting so good too.
Have some more if you want, just so you know. Okay, but yes.
Yeah, and they're probably best to have the have it alone somewhere. Though
Our burial, I think that Avros is sitting far enough away that he actually did not hear what you said. I rolled for his perception. That man, I love him so much, but he is not perceptive.
I think RB has just been like very purposely and intensely just staring at the ground since he said that. He's not making eye contact.
Punches
with
your arm and she goes,
anybody.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
You thought they was. I just turned over and went, you thought they were subtle?
No, I didn't know if it was like genteel feelings, like, oh yes, but it's like real. She goes, yeah.
This is not how I saw this playing out.
Don't worry, RB. In the book, I'll make the admittance a little more romantic.
You do not have my permission to write about this.
It's not going to be fair.
I will change your names.
You can't do anything. Darby and Havros.
Listen, we'll talk about this later, but you do not have the rights to my story.
I think Avros comes over because he sees you guys are all of a hubbub. He goes, what are you guys talking about? Because he was sitting further down. He reaches for a berry and pops one in his mouth again.
Magic secret
these are
berries.
really good.
They are. They're a bit sour, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, Sonara just leans forward and goes, huh? They're great, huh? And she's just waiting. She's like hoping.
Yeah, they're really good. I never had these before. Also, I feel like a sense of relief now that my dad is dead.
Jesus.
Ooh.
And Marina goes, what?
What?
She goes, no, that's not what it sounds like. No. What the hell was that?
Magic secret berries.
I thought you meant like magic secret berries as in secrets that are secret berries, secret hidden location.
Oh no, apparently if you can't handle it being sour, you're forced to speak a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine these at parties and he reaches down and just grabs one and pops one into his mouth?
He does not register what you're saying. He turns to Marina and goes like, no, that's not at all what I meant. No, it's complicated. She goes like, that, I can't believe you would ever say anything like that. He goes like, and she gets up and she leaves. And Avros is like, I don't want my berries anymore.
Yeah, you can't. The berries make it impossible to determine what secret you spill or what
Who
or
else
how
did
you
it
say.
happen to? You guys didn't warn me?
I said
Are you
magic
pointing?
secret berries.
Are you you said it as it was in his mouth?
There wasn't time.
Who are you
I'm afraid.
pointing to, Gaius?
Everyone. Like everyone in the group, including Marina. As he, like I said, he threw one into his mouth. And he's just
You
like,
threw one.
yeah.
You threw another one into
Yeah.
your mouth. Okay, roll. I'm having fun, you guys. I hope
It's
you
so
are
much
too.
fun.
that's gonna be a 21.
Nah, whatever.
Come on.
It's so sour,
but
but then it's so sweet.
These are good berries.
I just glare at Gaius and just going, you bastard.
Maybe it's because I
More.
don't keep secrets.
I also just stare at it and go, yeah, sure you don't, buddy.
I don't keep secrets and I don't lie.
Then eat another one.
Sure. He takes it and pops it into his mouth.
Sure. Let me roll.
That's a dirty 20.
Liar.
How dare you?
Because, well,
Spill your
that
secrets.
was a terrible... I feel terrible now. Because I should probably go talk to her.
I think that would probably be a good idea.
Please tell me that your secrets were just as damning. I feel very...
They were, but they had a different tone to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a dad-related one, so, like, you know... But I don't have a sibling to get upset at me over it, so... Sorry.
Mine was a love confession for Marina. But I don't
I'm
think she
sorry?
heard me. Yeah, no, I might as well tell you too. Because everyone knows, so it's fine. Except
Once
Marina,
again,
I guess.
I don't think anyone was subtle, but...
Yeah, no. She's
Oh.
like not happy, and she's mad that Gaius is just eating berries nonchalantly. No secrets to spill.
Do you eat another one, Gaius?
No, because I think if he keeps saving, it's just gonna piss people off at him even more.
Okay. He goes,
I
well...
think Dane, however, does scamper down and eat another one and then immediately chirps something, and Arby just like looks at him with the widest eyes like
Can I do an animal handling or like something?
Do you speak, like, what language does he speak, Arby? It's Sylvan, isn't it?
He
Or no?
doesn't really speak a language. I just understand him when he speaks because of our connection. Like pseudo dragons, they understand Common and Draconic, but they can't technically speak.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it's just like, what did he say? I want to know. What did he say?
I don't even think I can repeat that.
You know, I could use
Avros leaves to go after Marina. So, and Elizabeth says, I am so sorry. Once again, I forgot you guys are not native to the forest. I really hope this doesn't diminish your view of us. We're just having fun.
Not at all.
It's
You didn't make the berries. We're fine.
I know.
Honestly, the magic secret revealing berries are like the least troublesome thing that's happened to us so far.
I'm relieved to hear it.
We were younger when we walked into the forest.
There's nothing wrong with the bread or water, right?
No, we made
Okay.
the bread ourselves, and the water's the water.
Okay,
Oh,
incredible.
you made this bread. Very good bread. But scenario talking like she could have bought the fucking bread from the bakery. Like, what else could they do? They had to bake the bread.
The bread has the bread has the berries baked
Yes.
into it.
She goes, yeah, actually our first couple attempts at it were really bad because the inside got all like gooey and stuff. It wasn't processed properly. But once you get that perfect strain of, the bacteria for the yeast in it, and she starts talking about bread for a very long time until Emmeline comes back.
Scenario's also like read a book on bread during one of her things. She's like,
read a book on bread.
Look here,
Okay.
Scenario pretty much has my ADHD,
Look
so
here.
she has.
Oh, I love when you say, look here. I started saying that at work. All right. As you guys are talking about bread, Emmeline comes back and she sits across from you guys. She goes, I apologize for the delay. There is someone who is very kind of central to the story, and it's very painful for her. I just wanted to double check if it was all right for us to share the story
Indeed.
with outsiders. One could almost say that she was this young lady's foster mother. It was she who, well, to start, I'm not sure if this is the same young lady, as we haven't had many people leave within our care. However, we did have one very memorable child. Does your friend like to sing?
Very much so.
But does she use her voice?
No. She seems to be able to reach in somewhere and pull out beautiful melodies.
As you're describing this, you see just a very sorrowful look come across her face. She goes, I think that's our girl. Can you tell me, is she all right? Is she faring well?
She is a member of a well-respected house with two parents who love her dearly. So
glad to hear it.
He gets like a sad look on his face. I'm afraid that she may have lost her ability to sing.
And you hear like this murmur go throughout all the women who have all kind of come and sat around you both, like wanting to hear the story. They go, lost her ability to sing.
I don't know if it's permanent, but there was an incident in celebration of her birthday. A individual wounded her. A crossbow bolt hit her in the neck. We were able to save her. She's recovering and she's in good spirits, but she says that she hasn't had the ability to sing as she's used to since. I'm hoping that this is just a temporary thing while she recovers.
One of the women, the one who confessed to being in love with Jessamine, is like wiping away a tear. She goes, poor little one, that's awful. And Emmeline, what's up?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I know guys went and saw Angharad and learned about, but did he tell us what happened to her? Like that she lost her singing voice, or
nope.
So like, yeah. So Nara's like sitting amongst them, going, "She lost what?"
Yeah, that's awful.
Was a little caught off guard when I first came across you all. She had said that she had come from the forest, but she was brought out of it as a child, a baby. That she had no memory
Emmeline
of here.
takes a deep breath. She goes, well, she wouldn't. She was just a baby when she was in our care, and she was a singularly remarkable child.
She is still quite remarkable.
I would be surprised if not. She goes, this was over a decade ago, so apologies if my memory is not the best. However, being a woman out here, as someone who left a marriage because I did not wish for children and my husband did, and he was very insistent about it, I came out here to find sanctuary, and I found it. But for many of these women, they feel in their hearts that they wish for a child. And while I may not understand, I could tell that they were feeling disheartened. And I believe that Liridia also noticed that as well. And as she is a generous goddess with incredible powers, one of our members was out in the woods one day, gathering these berries, actually, and came across a little egg in the path. No indication of where it came from, and it was unlike any egg she'd ever seen. It was singularly larger than a lot of regular bird eggs that you encounter in this forest. But Iris, this woman who discovered this egg, she brought it back, and it was just like this little, like, seashell pink egg back home. And when it hatched, it revealed just a small sleeping little baby girl. And she had these bright eyes and these wings at a temple. We'd never seen anything like that. Obviously, our changes that have occurred since we've come here have been superficial, but for her, it was as if the forest had created her as singularly a bird child. And obviously, we adored her, but we could never agree on a name for her, so we just all agreed to call her Little One. And she was spoiled, and she was always in someone's arms, and we would sing to her, and we were astounded to find out that she could essentially sing back in a way. Like, her cries that occur when children obviously cry, it was like they summoned magic. A magic we'd never seen before. It was like a magic of her own from somewhere we didn't know where. And it was incredible. And she was loved very much. However, I'm unsure how long you've been in this forest.
A couple
But
days
would
at
you
most.
would you have happened to have encountered a sort of creature, a beast?
A cat?
Yes.
Not quite. It's hard to put a
Shadow beast.
yes, but with strange eyes. He stalks this forest and has been increasingly so as the magic within here has become more and more warped. And he seems drawn to power, specifically instances of great magical skill. And I personally feel guilt about this, as, you know, this child was just so remarkable. We had her singing for us all day long, and she seemed to love it, but it must have attracted his eye. Because one night we were sleeping, and it was as if we couldn't wake up, even though we could hear these shuffling footsteps around the outside of our camp here. And it was like there was something stalking right outside the boundaries of our camp. And we couldn't move, and we couldn't speak, and we couldn't really wake. It felt like it was a nightmare, but when we awoke in the morning, she was gone. She wasn't there. And we didn't know what had happened to her. We searched the forest as far as we could for as long as we could, but we didn't know that she had even made it out. So to hear you say that she's with a respected family, that is good to hear.
She is well loved and well taken care of.
It's hard not to love her.
I can agree with that.
You said that was over a decade ago for you right now, right?
Mm-hmm. She was just a baby when she was taken from us. But time moves differently, obviously.
Yeah. She's an adult now?
How old is she?
What was she? The birthday was like a debut or something, wasn't it? Like a...
I think she would have been like 21.
Yeah. I was like, I think the birthday party was her 21st. You guys had the invitation, so like, yeah.
That sounds about right.
She's a young woman. Thank you for bringing us news of little one.
They call her Angharad in the city.
Angharad.
Angharad Tok.
Angharad. Angharad. That tracks. Is there anything we can do in repayment for this news and as an apology for any sort of shenanigans with the berries, and sorry for our hostile approach when you first came to our camp?
I don't think any payment or apology for anything is needed. Is there anything you would like? Is there anything you would like me to?
What'd you say?
Just like, this is great bread.
Is there anything you would like me to deliver to her?
She kind of looks over her shoulder, and as you follow her gaze, you see that there is a woman kind of half hidden around a wall watching you all, and along her arms are feathers similarly to the others, but it's that same kind of dusty gray mockingbird gray that you remember on Angharad. And she says, "Iris, is there anything you'd wish to say to little one?" And Iris kind of looks both happy and sad, and she says, "Tell her that her mothers love her."
If I know her as well as I think I do, upon sharing this story with her, she may wish to come find you.
They look nervous about that. They go, "These are not forests for those who are new to traversing it." And Rena speaks up. She goes, If she so wishes it, I will personally ensure that she makes her way safely to you all. Well, then she is always welcome here.
I feel she will be excited to know that there are those in the forest who love her so.
And as you look around, you can see all of these women are sort of misty-eyed and looking very happy to hear these news. And she goes, "My offer still stands. Anything you need, we would like to help you."
Gaius just sort of looks at like the rest of the group, including whichever Partingtons may be in the room at the moment.
None of them. Just Rena.
I don't know if there's anything that we do need.
Well, it stands. It doesn't have to be cashed in now, but it can be in the future. I know we don't have a lot to offer, but we are fierce friends.
Actually, there is something, if I may intrude here for a moment. You could offer your opinion.
I like your hat.
Thank you. It's about time somebody... Anyway.
Very dashing.
As residents of the forest, you have no doubt noticed the inflictions that those from the city have put upon this place.
It's a travesty.
Indeed.
When you say inflictions, I apologize. Do you mean those of a magical nature or whatever the men who venture into this forest inflict upon this forest?
Any and all of it. I'm learning very quickly that the scale of the city's influence upon this place is greater than I imagined.
Yes, well, it's a little unnerving to what parts that you swear you have memorized by the back of your hand, only to find that an ancient tree has been cut down, or a little pond has been ruined. It's starting to feel like this forest is no longer becoming our home.
If we were to correct this course and give the forest a chance to restore itself as residents of this place, in your opinion, how might we do that?
She kind of glances over actually at Rena. She goes, "Well, it's funny you ask me, as Rena knows these forests better than I do and sort of is a protector, sort of." Arbariel, can you give me an insight check?
I sure can. That is decent. An 18.
As you follow her gaze over to Rena, I think you notice that Rena seems strangely caught off guard. Like she wasn't expecting this question lobbied to her, and almost like she seems out of her element. But she recovers quickly and she goes, "It's such a nuanced issue. My brother worked very hard on making sure it never got to this point, but he never seemed to have any sort of plan for when we did get to this point. I would be happy to offer my insights, Lord Sarveris, later down the line. Granted, we make it out of here.
I think that insight would be of great value.
Give me 1 second. Okay. She goes, for myself, the only thing I desire is for the safety of my sisters here. But I have not the mind for infrastructure, industrial issues, magic. I'm not magical. I just want my home to stay my home. I wouldn't want it to be like out of the frying pan into the fire in terms of leaving a dangerous marriage to come into a dangerous forest.
It's understandable.
And then I think the conversation kind of eases up after that, after we're done talking about Angharad and all that. And you guys chat for a bit, but you are all free to ask whatever you want, but if you wish to continue, whenever you wish.
I wanted to see if I can pull Rena, like, get Rena Partington's attention, like, just talk to her aside. Let's go. Maybe I'm a dumb question, but people born of the forest, would they be applied to that same taking rule that the forest has? You have to leave something behind if you're taken from it?
What exactly would they have taken?
Well, a baby born of the forest who was created here was picked up and taken out of it. Shouldn't something have been left behind of like equivalent value?
Well, the thing of it is that while the women here took Angharad into their care, we don't know what happened to her after that beast took her.
No, but we do know that she's now was taken from the forest and she became a young lady of society. How did, like, if she's born of the forest and she was created, like, we know she was created here, she was an egg here.
Mm-hmm.
How did the Tufts get her out?
Well, if I have to admit I'm not familiar with the story of Miss Angharad Tuft, but if a family did indeed take her from here, then it's very possible something was taken from him. But people are a myriad of things. We might never know if it's a physical thing that was left behind or a memory or something else.
Okay. Just, thank you, Miss Rayna. And just kind of I just keep pondering to myself.
Anything else you guys were wanting to talk about?
So this bread.
I think Arby kind of less engaged in conversation after asking about their opinion, and he keeps kind of just glancing back over in the direction that Avros went to go after Marina, to just see if the two of them have managed to patch things up at any point.
I think after a while of you guys talking with these women and enjoying, bread and water, and if you're brave enough, another occasional berry, you see the Partington siblings come back, and you can give me whoever wants to can give me an insight check.
Everyone who wants to, as in every single sticky beak in the area. 16.
8.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
17.
I rolled a 7, I think RB is distracted with something else.
Hey,
We'll
them's
get
the
to in a second.
breaks.
Dane had another
I would say that as they come back, you rolled an 8, RB.
7.
You rolled a 7, and
I
Gaius rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Gaius and RB, as you see them come back, they seem fine, maybe a little quiet. Scenario, Maddie, what'd you get again? Sorry.
17.
I got 16.
Okay. As you come back, you see Marina seems upset, Scenari. She's kind of closed off a bit. Avros seems fine to you, but Maddie, I would say that you probably maybe glance at Avros and notice that he seems stricken, but he's hiding it very well. Marina is not hiding it as well. You can also tell that she is upset, probably angry.
I turn to Avros. Not Avros, sorry. I turn to Arbelriel.
Don't worry, I get them mixed up too.
They both start with A, and it just gets switched in my brain.
Now, that seems logical, but then why am I getting Maddie and Sonari mixed up? That's on me.
Ends in E, Sonari, Maddie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry,
That's
I
the
didn't
best I
interrupt
got.
you. Go ahead. You're talking
You're
with
good.
RB.
Yes. Avros seems a bit off after coming back.
Does he? Seems fine to me.
I mean, you know him better than I do, but it just something seems off. I'm gonna go check on wow, my brain just completely got rid of her name. Marina. I'm gonna go check on Marina.
Well, they're sat back with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, they came back to the group.
Okay.
And they're sitting very away from each other.
Well, then
I would still say that you can still talk quietly to Arbelriel if you so wish. They won't hear you.
After that, I mean, Marina had a bear as well. She knows how you can't really control it.
I think it would be beneficial if you spoke with her.
Yes, I suppose that would be best. I'm going to go do that. Maybe you could check on Avros as well, just in case.
I can do that, yes.
Okay. We will meet back up. Eventually.
Oh, before you go.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I wasn't misreading the moment. You don't think Avros heard what I said, right?
No, I don't think he was paying attention.
Thank the gods. Okay. I'm going to go check on him.
Marina did ask what I said, right?
Oh, she 100% heard what you said. Good luck. And he gets up and goes over to Avros.
It's just great. It's fine.
Give me 1 second. Maddie, evens or odds?
Odds.
Okay. You approach Marina. She's kind of tearing apart a piece of bread and not really engaging.
I'm not like too close to her, but you know the bread is actually really, really good. I don't know what they put into it, but
Oh,
It's really good.
sorry. And she stuffs it into her mouth. Sometimes I was thinking. It is good.
You were thinking about what, might I ask?
I don't want to talk about it here. Can we go somewhere else?
Sure. Lead the way. And I
She
like
can't.
keep my bread like in the same plate with us.
Sure.
You're going to sit down. So I'm like, okay.
I love you, Cat.
The bread, I swear.
Well, that's the only thing I trust myself to eat.
The
It's a
bread
really
of life is bread. We will eat bread. I think there's the nice thing about this little rundown chapel is that there's many little hidden alcoves that you guys could sit at if you wanted to. She
Okay.
goes, I'm sorry for that display earlier. I was very much taken aback by what my brother had said.
I'm not going to pretend that I know what avarice meant by it because I don't know him that well and I didn't talk about it with him. But the berries have a way of saying the brutally the brutally honest truth of the secret without
No,
much context.
I recognize that. I know it's impulsive and it's uncontrollable, which is why I would never have said what I said to anybody ever, and I never have. But it's just the content of it is kind of breaking my heart a little bit.
What did he explain as the content?
He said that essentially the expectations that were put on his head by our father and how they disagreed so much, and then to see in his last days that strange change was coming over him. It was, I guess, I don't know. I think he said that this change was his biggest factor there, like his relief for it. But I know my brother, and I know that he and my father didn't get along perfectly or well, but it was just difficult to hear. I mean, my father and I, didn't always see eye to eye. I thought sometimes he was a bit of a pushover, especially regarding my mother. But that doesn't mean that I feel relieved that he's dead. I feel terrible.
Did ever say that he felt terrible as well regarding the death, that it wasn't quite just relief?
Yeah. It's just that relief was the first emotion that popped out, like the first emotion when you consider his death is relief. It's like, why are you rolling your eyes at me?
Because being sad about your father dying is not necessarily a secret.
Someone might say, I still feel this about my father's death, but I feel relief. It's just hard, that's all.
Yes. I'm sorry that the secret had to come out that way. with avarice. And I'm sorry that I don't know if it changed your point of view on him.
No, of course, he's my brother. I still love him. It's just hard to hear.
It's probably why it was a secret in the first place.
Well, yes. I'm sorry about your secret.
Why are you sorry about my secret?
Because of my secret?
When you say that you don't feel love like other people, can you please explain what you mean?
A lot of people seem to put all this emphasis on romantic love and physicality and whatnot, and I've tried. I can still care about people, but for me, it never goes further than like holding their hand or going for a walk, and I don't seek anything out like that, and that's why my mother being so insistent on me being courted by this Viscount is so abhorrent to me. It's just everything I don't want, because with that comes, children and all of that, and I don't wish for that, and I understand that there are relationships where you don't have to have children, but with him it would be a given. And the thing that really makes it awful is because I care about you, Maddie, and you're a really good person. And you have a really wonderful heart. And I'm glad you're here so I don't feel so alone. But I just worry that I can't give you everything that you might be looking for, is the only thing.
I gently place my hand on her hand. My feelings for you, I don't know fully how much they've gone. I feel like, because I feel like I don't know you fully well enough for those
you
to develop. When she was talking about your relationship with, I'm sorry, what was his name?
Viscount Christian something or other.
Okay. They were talking about having you marry the Viscount, and
Rodart. That's his last name. Sorry.
It's okay. I hated that you didn't have a choice of your own. And I felt like I was put into a position with people who I told I was starting to develop feelings. I feel like I was put into a position where I had to act immediately, and I requested for her permission to court you. So that way I could at least give another option. And I figured if you didn't feel the same way, then I could help find someone who did. Overall, I just want your happiness.
When you say feel the same way, I don't know if I will ever feel exactly the same way, but it doesn't mean that I don't care about you and your well-being and that I don't enjoy your company. And if I could, maybe pick one person to spend time with outside my brother, it would probably be you, because I feel like we see things similarly. And that's important to me, more so than romance or something that makes my heart beat faster or like anything like that. Is just someone who understands me. But I understand if that's not the same for you. And I understand that it's a little unorthodox. And it's been impossible to try to make my mother understand. She doesn't understand. So, and I haven't met anybody else who feels the same way. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, but you go ahead. I just have a lot of thoughts.
It's okay. You would have love for a friend. And if anything, I feel that we are friends at this point. And
Yes.
I personally love spending time with you. And it is at this point where I'm going through a lot, and you're going through a lot as well. Of course I flirt with like Gaius and that, but
Who doesn't?
It's hard not to.
It's really hard not to.
And
flirting is fine.
Mhm.
I don't mind flirting. And as she says that, she kind of tucks a lock of your hair behind your ear. She goes, but anything past that, it's hard for me to kind of connect with. And I hope that's okay.
Of course. I wanted to give content and context as to that last part of my secret where I mentioned that I asked permission to court you.
Well, I give you my permission.
I gently put my hand on her cheek and and then, I don't leave it there completely. Well, I would very much like that.
She reaches up and takes your hand from her cheek and just holds it. She goes, thanks for talking with me. I feel better. Still annoyed at my brother, and I'm sorry you're going to have to deal with that. We get on sometimes like a house on fire, but also sometimes like a munitions factory on fire. So, but I'm just glad that you are here.
I'm glad to be here.
I think she heads back to the group with your hand in hers, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
The second the Centauri sees it, he's like,
that was so friggin' sweet. And we should cut back to our bell reel, but instead, I think we're going to take a break.
Okay.
So we'll be back in a couple minutes. And,
give Abby time to think of his romantic thing to say.
Yeah, no, all good. Okay, see you guys in a couple minutes.
Okay.
And we're back.
We're back.
We are back.
Gaius, or Rojan,
That is me.
thanks for reminding me. If you wanted to pull from the deck of many things.
That's up to you if you're going to make me pull from the deck of many things.
I mean, yeah, because Effie had to.
This is true. Effie did have to.
I have a friend.
All right.
Don't try to put it off with a really long sip of your strangely colored drink. Let's get her done.
I'm sorry. I had to take a sip of goof juice before we did this.
Strangely colored drink, says the person that lives on energy drinks.
Why don't you shut
Okay,
your
to be
mouth?
fair, I also live on energy drinks. That's what my brightly colored drinks are energy drinks. Okay.
Sport
drinks. So, Malls, is it the same thing as to where I have to choose from one of the 3 decks, draw a card, all that fun stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I have to like do the card drawing and stuff myself, what I'll do is I will take the card and show it to the screen before I even look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody assumes that I'm cheating.
Rojan.
Just if there goes, no, I'll take this one.
It's like, oh, look, I got the wish card.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to take deck 3. I don't think deck 3 gets enough love here.
I always choose deck 3. 3 is my lucky number.
Most people will choose deck 2. Like,
that's strange. They're weirdos.
Isn't 3 where you get a dragon?
No, that was the old decks before I remade them this year. And that was deck 2.
Oh, okay.
Deck 2 had the dragon.
Oh,
card.
that's why people go for deck 2.
Yeah,
Because
because they wanted a dragon.
I don't think anyone's clocked it yet, but what I've been doing is just going sequentially through the decks. I think I'm up to card 14 in deck 1 for my next pull.
I think the person who would have clocked that would have had to have like a crazy strict eye on you, like marking all
yeah,
of
like
your moves.
maybe the one guy that he's been here for every single deck pull. The DM maybe in most of our games.
I know it.
Bold of you to assume.
Bold of you to assume that I pay any sort of attention to that.
Also, Rosa. If anyone was going to clock it, I would think it would be Rosa.
All right, I'm going to fan the cards out here. I'm going to fan the cards out. Just choose a random card.
I appreciate your adherence to honesty.
Of course. And how did I screw myself?
It's the path card.
The path card. The fuck is the path card?
I was going to say, I don't recognize that card.
Thinking you're going to end up on another path and
Gaius vanishes.
If it's going to get us, if it's like Gaius can now open up a way directly to where we need to go, I am great with the path card.
The path card. Someone drives a truck straight up the path to your ass.
Isekai.
You're isekai. So the path card, funny enough, a lot of people have drawn this card in the past.
Then how do you not remember it?
Because there are like 3 decks of cards here. I don't remember a lot of them. I remember the interesting ones.
How do you not remember it?
I remember the interesting ones. This is not an interesting card. This is one of the boring cards. Your walking speed increases.
You found a new mole.
Yeah, your walking speed increases by 10 feet.
Whoa! Holy shit!
You know what? That's going to come in handy on like the last episode.
So you're saying that you've got the zoomies now.
Yeah, Gaius now has the zoomies.
Aww, it's like a cat. I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat.
3 a.m. He's just like tearing ass around camp.
All right. Now that you're done tearing ass, Gaius, let's get back into it. Everybody take a deep breath. Here we go.
That phrase has a very different connotation when it comes to Gaius.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Wow. Wow.
Now that you have ceased with the tearing of the ass, let's get into it. I think we were gonna hop on over to our burial.
Yeah, so Arby just he goes over to Avros and sits next to him.
Hi.
Hey, just wanted to, see how you're doing after
Just
that.
the worst brother of all time.
No, I don't think so.
Not a single person warned me that berries do that. So thank you for that.
In our defense,
Before it hit my tongue.
you were very quick to eat that.
I'm quick to eat everything. That's on you.
You're totally right. I should have known. My apologies, Avros.
Sorry. I shouldn't deflect with humor. Marina's pretty upset with me, and I get it. That was a terrible way for that secret to come out.
It certainly wasn't ideal, but her reaction is understandable, but I think your secret is also understandable.
I mean, I guess it's understandable if it's, forgive me, something to do with your father. But it's hard when your father is like this pinnacle of perfection. Was that too far? I'm sorry. I don't know
Oh,
your father.
no. I think the city is gonna rejoice when mine passes away.
Ouch.
But yours, from the outside looking in, it may seem unwarranted, but when it comes to family, there's just so much that never sees the public eye. I don't think anyone has any reason to fault you for things that are unknown to them.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous, but I'm glad that I told you my other secret, because that's the main reason why I felt relief, because I knew that my father wouldn't approve, but this is what I want to keep doing. And I can't really tell Marina that because she was very along my father's line of thinking of how to go about enacting, good in the world. Follow like by the straight and narrow, by the rules. So, and I'm not really that way. It's probably the only thing we disagree on.
Does she expect you to be that way? Does she expect you to be your father? Or perhaps does she hope you'll be something more?
I don't know. I know she was very close with my father. It could be that me not being like him would be really difficult for her, as you hope that someone can take his place so it doesn't feel like there's a loss. But I can't do that. But I don't want to speak on how she feels, I could be totally wrong.
I think perhaps that is a conversation you should have with her at some point.
When she's not ready to throw something at my head.
Well, I don't know if that day will ever come, but...
So just really quick question. Are you on my side or on her side?
Oh, you know me. I like to play both sides.
Well, then, speaking of playing both sides, you know my secret. I didn't hear what yours was.
Yes, well, that's a shame you weren't paying attention, isn't it?
That was really good, Brad. It did catch my attention.
Wouldn't be a secret if I just went around telling everybody.
But everybody else knows. Why not me?
Maybe it involved you.
Does it?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not really the most perceptive person, but I'd be lying if I said that I'm not getting a little suspicious here.
Suspicious of me? I'm the least suspicious person in this group.
You can definitely keep telling yourself that.
Well, if it puts you at ease.
Time out. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, my dexterity's so bad. Oh no, my dexterity's so bad. How does a solid 0 do?
Perfect. As you're talking, throws a berry in your mouth. He got a nat 20. His dexterity is insane.
If it puts your mind at ease, my secret was something along the lines of, I think I might be falling in love with you. That wasn't my, you, Avros.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I intended on saying. You threw that directly down my throat. How did you, that's...
I'm very good with my hands. And with that, he tosses one into his mouth. He goes, well, the feeling is mutual. Very mutual. Alarmingly mutual.
I'm going to look around real quick. Is anyone looking at us, particularly because of who she is? Is Sonari looking at us at the moment?
Well, you guys are at like this little gathering, this table. Not a table so much, but it's just a bunch of people kind of gathered around food on the ground. So it's on Sonari.
I'm just thinking that this is kind of happening, that like these conversations are happening at the same time that Marina's gone off with Maddie. So if Marina and Maddie happen to have come back around that time, like, you know,
yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. So no, Sonari's busy looking at Maddie going like she's been trying to help like Wingwoman Maddie. So she's like, yeah, go get it. So she's not looking at you at the moment.
Oh, I love that.
Arby is going to reach up and kind of put his hand on the side of Avros's face. And as he does that, he's going to cast invisibility on Avros. And then at the same time, his own ability to go invisible is going to trigger. So they're both just going to vanish just like that. And then he's going to kiss him.
And it's kind of weird for you because you can't really see where you're kissing, but you feel someone kissing you back. Just quickly, though, because I think at that moment, probably the people you're sitting next to notice, like, what? But kisses you back.
He's just gonna just hold him there for a moment, looking into where his eyes would be, but Avros can very much feel that gentle grasp on him before the invisibility on both of them drops.
I think before it drops, you probably hear Avros like let out a breath, and he goes like, I feel like this isn't a good idea, but I don't really care.
I don't care anymore either. I don't care if it's the worst idea we've ever had.
And then the invisibility drops.
I feel like a weight has been lifted in a way.
I like these berries. I'm gonna keep them.
I'm beginning to grow quite fond of them myself.
They're sweet.
Like you.
Well, I was gonna say like you.
Too slow.
Not according to earlier. Pops another one in your mouth.
If one of them fails really badly, would it hit like too far in the back of Arby's throat and he's gonna start choking?
I think he's dexterous enough with his hands that he'll make sure you don't choke.
And
that's what he said.
I'm pretty sure a 14 doesn't save.
Nah. Also, fun fact, Avros willingly failed his save on that last berry. So.
No.
No.
Is
Avros like bright red, by the way, after all that? Because it's going to be noticeable even to Sinari, who's like...
I think Arby's certainly got some red in his cheeks.
That's cute. What'd you get? You got a 14 on your save?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even want to go back to the city. I don't even like that city.
That's definitely not what I thought you would say. But hearing you say it now, I mean, I get it.
I don't. This forest is. There's something about it that's almost nostalgic.
Well, in a forest that kind of goes through and in and out of time, it's probably understandable if you feel nostalgia since you're encountering a time before you are here. And I'm probably butchering the explanation of that because it's far beyond my scope of understanding. I'm really bad with the time stuff, but based on what Marina explained it to me as, is that you can simultaneously exist multiple different sides of you in this forest. And it's like partially why I wanted to come to this forest is you. But they say that you can see those who have passed in the forest based on if you come across their time stream. And I remember many years ago, my father would accompany us in this forest, and I would be lying if I said that I wasn't looking for him here.
Being here with you feels free. And I don't want to go back to what I felt like before. I'm afraid of if we leave this place, then we leave all of this behind with it. And I don't want to go back to that.
I understand. I can't begin to understand really how it is in your family. Based off of what you've told me, I know that my father is not quite as imposing as your father. However, I think it just takes a lot of bravery to choose who you are going to continue living your life as. And Lord knows I'm not the bravest person. I can't even tell my sister about what I care about. But just know that I'm here with you. And I'm there with you.
That means the world to me, Avros. And I want to be there with you as well. I will be there with you. In this forest and out of it.
Good. I really love these berries.
I do as well. However, that being said, don't you dare throw another one of those things down my throat.
I'll save it for another time then. And I think you guys probably just go back to the conversation around you. And after some time, probably Rena stands up. She goes, I heartily thank you for your hospitality. You've always been hospitable, but I fear that we are on a little bit of a schedule and we must carry on. But I promise. And she reaches out and takes Emmeline's hand. She goes, I will not be so long before I see you all again. And anybody who wants to can give me an insight check.
$14.
4.
7.
Sitting and I'm on my bed.
Yeah, no, I'm just staring at Avros. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus.
distracted too.
Avi is just like, what's the schedule?
Schedule. It's actually called a schedule.
Australian. I'm not here for this fancy schmancy shit.
Imperial is bullshit. You guys don't notice anything. And that really sucks. And Rena kind of beckons to you all. And I think Maddie, you and Sonari probably get a nice little hug from Elizabeth. She was like, it was so nice to meet you. Again, so sorry about the berries.
It's all right. It actually, at least on my end, worked out. And they're
She
fun.
goes, Well, they're fun. Exactly.
The berries are delicious. You should learn. You know what you should do? You should make them into wine, and that you know how that would work out.
Secret
And like,
wine.
I want like me and guys, meeting eyes are just like, yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. She goes, that's actually really interesting. She goes, thank you for the idea.
If I'm anything, I am an ideas woman. And then
It'll be a long time though, because berries have to, sit for a bit.
Well, time is weird here, remember? It could be forever for you, but it'd probably be like 2 weeks for us. Who knows?
You could take.
Oh, how excellent for you!
You could put them in a jar and like dangle them.
2 weeks for you.
Yeah,
How excellent for you.
You could put them in a jar and dangle one of the time streams.
That's true. We could do that. Okay, and you get a very wave goodbye, and I think Gaius, as you leave, Emmeline clasps your hand. She goes, "You've given us all just a really great gift, giving us news of Angharad, little one, and again, anything you might need, we are here for you."
Well, if I know her like I would like to know her, I would assume that...
Do you not know her? I thought she was your friend.
Our friendship is new.
Oh.
We only met at a competition, and then I was invited to her birthday party. But
well,
I have a feeling that once I tell her of her mother's, that she will want to come and visit on her own.
Well, if you're there with her, that would be also excellent, but only if you want to come back with the forest. We just thoroughly enjoyed you all. We're a little secluded, we're a little not very exciting, but it's always nice to meet new people. Granted, they're not terrible.
This is true. There are quite a bit of terrible people out there.
It's extraordinary. I didn't even think the world could fit them all.
But I am quite fond of this forest. Quaint peacefulness to it.
In some areas, yes.
As long as you don't wander off a path and age.
Who would be foolish enough to do that?
As he like just instinctively points to both Maddie and Arby.
It was only a couple years, and it was a canon event.
Arby has gray hair.
Canon event. I'm gonna make all of your mistakes canon events now, so you don't feel so bad about it.
Thank you. Natural one canon event.
And I think this very tall, imposing bird woman leans down and just gives you a light peck on the cheek. She goes, "Be well, Gaius Tybalt, and hopefully our paths may cross again."
Take care of yourselves. It was nice meeting all of you.
I think you all follow after Rena, and as you continue onwards, as you look behind you, you see the path seems to get covered in ivy and leaves and bushes again, and it's nondescript as you set back onto the regular path. It would be easy to miss the path to these ladies again unless you are listening or looking very hard. And you guys set off behind Rena. She goes, "I trust we all had an excellent time."
It was really great.
It was.
They bake really good bread.
Yes, thank you.
Bread.
You were too busy eating the berries.
Yeah, you ain't you would average shit berries. What the hell were you two talking about?
It was our own private business.
Look, you don't need to eat a berry to tell somebody a secret. You could just tell them that. You know that, right?
Well, then it wouldn't be a
This
secret, would it?
man,
You guys are so loud. You guys
I'm
are
not keep-
so
I'm not
incredibly
keeping-
loud.
unlike certain people,
La
I'm
la
not
la
keeping-
la 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 la. Okay. Let me look at my notes. I got notes. I promise I am a good DM. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. As you guys are walking along, and you're walking along for several hours here. This forest is enormous. Much bigger than it had originally looked on the outside. With that being said, can I get a perception check from everybody? Por favor.
19.
Dirty 20.
14.
16.
Yeah. Look, we're trying our best.
Am I gonna miss shit again?
No, I was just laughing at Maddie. Sorry, Cass. Okay.
It's fine.
I think Maddie, you're probably just in conversation with Marina. You guys are talking like it's like once you just confessed your feelings for her, she just is a very chatty Kathy. She wants to talk to you about everything. So you're a little distracted. Hope
Yeah,
that's
correct.
chill.
That is perfectly fine.
However, as you all wait, I gotta roll for Marina. Okay. As you all are walking along, you see Sonari, Arbeliel, and Gaius. You all see this tree that's a little bit kind of older, a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look any different from the rest of the trees around here, except for the fact that it seems to have grown around this sword sticking out of it. And you see it on the ground next to it is the scabbard. And I would say that you got a Gaius, you said you got a dirty 20?
Yep.
You say that this sword has been in there for maybe about like several years, at least 5.
Now, what is this?
That definitely warrants a closer look.
Indeed.
What?
How
What are you
far
talking
off of the
about?
path is this?
It's literally right there. You're not even going to cross a time stream. It's one of the trees that kind of just line along the main road.
It's basically like Maddie goes, "What are we talking about?" Sanara just kind of just grabs her head and turns it to make her look at the sword.
Now, it goes without saying, let's not just touch things willy-nilly in here.
I agree.
Arby
Sonara's
pulls
getting
his hand
flashbacks.
back.
Sanara's getting flashbacks to the last time she tried to pull a knife out of a tree. So she's like, "Yeah, we don't need to pull that out quite just yet."
So where is this sword? Like, where is the blade of the sword embedded in?
Like, you know where a tree kind of like branches off, like that one crevice there? It's like right below it.
Guy's just gonna like walk up. He's gonna get like close up to the thing without touching the blade, and he's going to like examine the point of entry. The blade going into the tree itself. Just to see if there's like any sort of like strange damage that has been done to the tree, or if there's been any strange reaction to the tree having a sword jammed into it.
You can give me an investigation check.
And while he's doing that, I want to take a closer look at the scabbard.
Okay, you can give me an investigation check.
Investigation of 25.
Okay.
21.
Gaius, you notice that this just looks like someone just stuck a sword in a tree for the hell of it. You don't see any like horrible damage done to the tree. In fact, the tree just grew around it as it would if anything else had been there. The sword is very finely decorated. It's not just like some sword you would give to just a cell sword. This is a very fine like weapon. And then our burial. Sorry, guys. Probably something belonging to like a noble. And then our burial, you probably notice similarly, the scabbard is very finely decorated, but along like where the sword slips in, you see a pair of initials, and they're EB. E is an elephant, B is in boy. Wow, that really jumped out from work. Having to.
The
Yep.
sword of elephant boy.
I
What's
was going
the
to.
patient's? What's the patient's last name? E is an elephant. B is in boy.
And just to save myself the time of going through every single person's name in my notes, do I know anybody with the initials EB?
No one you've met this campaign, but you may give me a history check if you like.
Ooh, that is very good. Oh, my history is also very good.
I know, you keep
geez.
saying that.
Well, I never give proficiency in history to like any of my characters, but I did for Arby. That's a 26.
Holy shit. Ooh, that's really good. As you look at this scabbard, you see a little bit further down, like there's a sort of way that the bee is like the crest of the bee in there. It's very familiar to you. And at first you think that your eyes are like tricking you, like there's no way this deep in the forest. But you're reminded of a family that was very prevalent in Sargenty, the Boreas family. And shut up. The Boreas family. And they were just as snooty and highbrow and, wealthy as the Sarveris. In fact, your family and theirs probably were rival houses, sort of, just always wanting to see who's better. And it went back really far in your generations. With that being said, you recognize this sword as having the crest of the Boreas family. And as you take in the E, the thing that makes your mind go like, there's no fucking way. You only know of one member of the Boreas family who had the initial E that you can remember off the top of your head, and it was a man by the name of Emmanuel. And the reason you're like, that's odd is because 5 years ago, he took off.
Now, when you say
Like,
took off, like left to a different city or just kind
nobody
of
knows.
vanished?
One night, he just took off. He was in line to take over for his father. But when his father Javier would die, he would take over all of these businesses and whatnot, and he was pretty set up to like start learning the business. And then one day you just heard through the grapevine, nobody knows where Emmanuel's gone.
Was it treated as a disappearance, or was it treated as a runaway?
Um, I think at first his mother might have put it out as a disappearance, but after a while they kind of just treated it as like he probably just left. You know that probably his mother is still adamant that, you know, something happened.
I think once he kind of puts all that together, he just picks up the scabbard and kind of says quietly to himself, like, "How in the hells did this get here?" And goes over to
And
the.
as you look at that, Avros is right there with you. He goes, "There's no way that is who I think it is."
I think it is.
You two mind sharing what you heard, what you found?
I think this belonged to Emmanuel Florius. I don't know if you're familiar or not.
Wait, the guy that took off like 5 years ago, like the rich dude, the one that we all got blamed for.
I mean, yeah, I always just assumed it was you guys. I mean, his family was just the worst.
I mean, of course the family was the worst, but we would have openly taken credit for it if we actually got him.
Arby, can you give me an insight check real quick?
17.
As you say, like, man, his family was just the worst. You see out of the corner of your eye, you see Avros looking suddenly very uncomfortable. He goes, would we call them the worst?
So this individual just up and vanished 5 years ago, and now his sword is buried into a tree.
It would seem that way.
Okay, this may just be my writer's mind thinking of this, because it would be a good story, by the way. But what if the tree is this Lord Boreas? Soul somehow trapped in the tree?
That was actually my thinking was that it was something that he stabbed, that he just left in the tree. Or not maybe him, because otherwise, and then someone else got his sword. But I did think, like, because this otherwise, why stab a tree, especially like this? Like
okay.
the way that this thing, yeah.
Yeah, why would you stab a tree, right?
At a tree? Yeah, why would you throw something at a tree?
Yeah, why would anyone?
So
why would anyone do that?
Well, I mean,
I wasn't.
The man surely had a bit of a temper. He probably just threw a tantrum and stuck the sword in the tree and didn't have the strength to pull it out. And I grab the sword and try and pull it out of the tree.
Don't do that!
No.
Can I get a strength check, please?
What is it with you and touching shit?
Listen, this is a family that my family is trying to prove we're always better than. So,
and as you're like, oh, he had a terrible temper, Avros goes like, I always found them pretty even tempered.
It's like Gaius is about to like grab the hilt of the blade too, but he was going to do something different. So it's like his hand goes up and Arby just starts to pull, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you do your thing."
I rolled a 19.
And so I was like, "Don't touch it."
With a strength that belies our Burial's actual strength, you deftly pull the sword out. And as you do, you're all temporarily blinded by a bright blue light.
What did I say?
Ah, flashbang.
Yeah, this is like, didn't we just say we weren't going to pull it out of the tree?
Can you chill? Consider chilling.
Avros, get your man.
Avros, get your man. Exactly.
You're all temporarily blinded.
Okay, temporarily blinded. I think being temporarily
what the fuck you mean
blind.
Temporarily, bitch, you blind forever.
Getting flashbanged,
No.
I think, you know.
Shut up.
I'm not
Shut your
laughing
fucking
about
mouth.
it.
Chill out. And as your vision comes back, And you're all like, oh, I'm blinded. As your vision comes back, you see, like before you, on his hands and knees, like breathing hard, you see a man. And
Like the guys.
and his clothes are a little torn, but otherwise he doesn't look any worse for wear. And as he like tosses his head back and looks up at all of you, Arbeliel, you instantly recognize this as Emmanuel Boreas. He was like, this is a strange sentence, but I've been stuck in that tree for a very long time. Thank you. And he slowly gets to his feet, and give me 1 second. I think as he does, Avros like goes to help him up. He goes like, Emmanuel, is that actually you? And he looks up and he seems to like register Avros. He goes like, Avros, what are you doing out here? He was like, what are you doing out here? We all thought you were dead. Cause like, it is really good to see you. He kind of wobbles a little bit, and Avros studies him, and he goes like, I've been in that sword for 5 years.
Yeah,
'Cause
that tracks.
who are all of you?
Gaius Tybalt.
Oh,
Madeline Fitzgerald.
Sanari. Don't have any fancy last name. Not important family. Sorry.
and I think as he looks at you, Arbelriel, he goes, oh, it's definitely a surprise to see a Sarveris out in these neck of the woods.
That would be the head of the Sarveris family at this point, as he sheaths the sword back in the scabbard.
And as you sheath the sword back in the scabbard, he disappears.
He's the sword. He is literally the sword.
I see.
Avros was like, whoa.
I pull the sword back out.
And he jumps out and goes, oh. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. Head of the Sarveris family. Apologies. As well, thank you so much.
Okay.
May we ask, how did that happen? Why are you inside the sword? Why are you the sword?
I hate to be a bother, but you wouldn't happen to have any food or drink or anything. I'm a bit...
Oh, I believe Avros has some berries on him that he'd be happy to share.
Avros shoots you a look. He goes, Emmanuel, I have water. And he gives him his water. He was like, just take your time, okay? It's I can't believe it. It's good to see you. And he's like drinking for a long time, where you're like, oh.
Malls.
It's been 5
What's
years,
up?
though.
Gaius
What's wrong?
wants to
What
do
did I
something.
do?
No, Gaius wants to do
What
something.
is it? Okay.
He doesn't know how to do it yet. It's happened once, but he's going to try to like tap into that spooky spirit power that he has to see if he could sense if this guy is just a ghost that's bound to a blade.
Sure, you can definitely do that. Give me like, I guess, an Arcana check.
Sure.
Are you good with Arcana?
It's not my worst skill. I'm not proficient in it, but you know, I at least have some points.
Okay.
That's a 6.
The blade is sharp.
skeleton.
Yeah.
Shivers down your
He's
spine.
just like staring like rather intently at him, trying to activate the power. It just doesn't happen.
He's like, oh, I was so thirsty.
Mary just like holds out some bread that she saved, and she's like, "I have some bread. If you're going to just eat that and not my arm."
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Oh my gosh, sorry. Starving. He says, well, to answer your question, I ran away from home and I went into the forest and I heard a woman's voice in my head asking me if I needed safe harbor here, and I said yes, and found myself in a sword.
So women coming for safe harbor here become birds. Men looking for safe harbor become swords.
Well, it
What
did
happened
keep
to
him
those?
safe, technically.
What happened to
It's
those
been
between?
Yeah. I kind of wish there was a between too, because if I had known, I would never have agreed to be in a sword for 5 years.
I'm sure that could end up being pretty boring.
Yes. It's not so much boring, it's just, well, yeah, you're right. Boring is a good way to put it. Yes. Well, thank
He
you
starts poking
again.
him. Like Snow just kind of pokes his arm, and she's like, "So you're corporeal, even though you're a sword?"
Yes. Essentially, I believe that I'm bound to the sword, and whoever wields the sword, I'm supposed to help them, or something, but she never said how long I would be in there. So
Who is this
Mary just goes, "Can I
she?
start, Ariel?"
it was just a voice in my head.
Do you recall what the voice sounded like?
A woman?
So it
Helpful.
was a lady.
I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean?
Do you recall how her voice sounded? Was it calming? Was it motherly?
Oh yes,
Was it
very
domineering?
calming. Oh, good adjectives. Very calming, mysterious, a little attractive, but yeah.
I mean, that's 3 for 3 for her.
Real quick, do I know what the current state of the Boreas family is?
Fell into disarray with the disappearance of their eldest and their heir.
Oof.
And a lot of them have moved out of Sargenty. But patriarch, matriarch, and one younger daughter are still inhabiting their house.
Do they still have any sort of wealth or status, or are they just kind of...
Definitely still have wealth. Their business is still intact. They mainly deal with like kind of machinery, ironworks. But I guess essentially they. Well, you can give me another. Well, I'll go off of your previous history check because that was quite good. They for a while there they were still invited places, and they were still invited to balls and parties and tea times. But after a while, they kind of stopped attending those, and people stopped inviting them.
Were you told any way to leave the blade? Or how you could be freed from it?
She said in her very attractive voice that I serve whoever wields the blade, and I can't be freed. It's penance for sins.
We should be asking what you did.
Well, that's not really any of your business, strange woman I just met.
I kind of
You know what? They're
hold
weird
the
men.
sword aloft. So, what did you do?
Are you pulled it out?
I sure did.
Well, great thing about servitude is that I don't necessarily have to tell you anything. I just have to protect you from danger.
I put it back in the scabbard.
Hey! He disappears again in the blue light.
Okay, as funny as this is, let's not torture the poor man. I think he's already got enough, problems of who's wielding the blade at the moment.
It's just a little
I mean,
fun
yeah,
between acquaintances.
Unwilling servitude is still slavery.
I think as you do that, Avarice goes like, "Can you not?" He goes, "Before you take it out again, I feel I should be honest with you." And Marina goes like, "Here we go." Goes, "Emmanuel was a friend of mine before he disappeared. And we would do activities together. Not what you're thinking. Well, a little bit of what you're thinking, but different thing."
Not what I was initially thinking. Is it what I'm thinking now?
And he kind of like gestures very secretly to his armor.
That's what I was thinking now, yes.
Okay.
I see. Well, out of respect for you, I will try to contain myself. Pull the sword out of the scabbard.
He goes, "Oh, I don't feel well when you do that."
My apologies.
Any other questions you wish to riddle me with, or am I able to protect you on your path?
Malls, I do have a question.
What's your question?
The last time that Gaius spoke with Laridia, there was an image of somebody in or near the river that was supposed to be able to help them. And I in resolving what had happened or identifying what had happened. Does Gaius get the feeling there was somebody in a river, like the mouth of the river that they were supposed to go to?
Okay.
Does Gaius get a feeling that this is the individual that they're supposed to see? Or is this just another helpful individual in a sword?
I think actually you're not wrong there, Rojan. It's just that if I recall correctly, one of the visions that you got was of a
tree.
Sword in a tree.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you. I love hearing that. Yeah. So not the river one, but the sword in the tree for sure.
I think Gaius very slowly puts two and two together as he becomes uncross-eyed trying to use the spooky power that he has. As he gets up and he kind of clasps this guy on the shoulder. Well, makes you feel any better? It looks like our meeting was predetermined.
Avarice goes, "It was?"
Yes.
He goes, "Oh, okay."
So
and Emmanuel goes like, "That is good to hear. Per my wielder," and he kind of gestures to you. Arbelriel doesn't really look at you. He goes, "Per my wielder, I can extend my protection to all of you if he so chooses."
He just looks over at at Arby. I think I can speak for him and say that he would wish that.
Yes, we're all of similar mind and goals, so having all of us under your protection would be a boon.
And I think he bows very sarcastically at you. He goes, "Thank you so much."
Though I have to say, I'm kind of not comfortable having somebody in servitude under us.
Oh, it's fine.
You sure about that?
Think of it, Gaius, like you and I with our pacts. We are technically in servitude of another, but we aren't slaves to them.
Neither of us also
rare
live in a
moment of
sword.
insight.
Well, I live in a lamp sometimes.
Rare moment of insight from a Cerberus. Goes, "I'm sorry, I should drop that if you wield me. I'm sorry." Goes, "Yes, exactly. It's just a bit of a pact that I must fulfill." And Avros goes, "Well, it's really good to see you again, Emmanuel, and you are, of course, welcome here. Let's get on our way." And as kind of ushers everybody onto the road, he kind of pulls on your sleeve, Arburiel, and hangs back a bit. Goes like, "This is inordinately terrible timing. But just so you know, nothing is left over there with me and Emmanuel."
Avros, I trust you.
Okay.
I'm happy to have an explanation, but I do not require one. Not from you.
I want to give you one. He and I would rub these houses together before he disappeared. He kind of was the one who taught me how to get into some of the trickier places. But he did it for sport, and so did I at first. But after he left, and after I spoke with my father, as I told you, I veered into a different direction. So.
Well, it sounds like then he will be a valuable asset to us. Now, that being said, I cannot promise that I will not intentionally get on his nerves at times. His family and mine have a long history.
Kind of looks at you guys like, is it just a family thing?
It's... There may have been just a little tiny bit... you don't think he can hear us, do you?
No, they're walking.
I may have been a little bit jealous of him.
There's nothing to be jealous of.
Well, I mean, now that I've learned he's spent a great deal of time with you, I'm kind of even more jealous of him, but...
I have really good company. I'm a really fun person to be around. You don't
You're
need to
not
be
wrong.
jealous. Yeah. He goes, "Genuinely, I just wanted to clear that up."
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I know he can be a little
Difficult, annoying,
well, now hold on.
grating.
I don't find him to be those things, but he can be a little flirty and touchy and charming. But I would just caution you to be the bigger person here and not just shove him into the scabbard every time he irritates you.
I promise that I will make an effort.
And he goes like, "Wow, you're so strong."
Strong enough to pull him out of the tree.
That I meant more strong of will, but yeah, that was very impressive.
Oh, you think so?
A little bit, yeah. Because, well, we should probably catch up with them because I kind of shudder to think what happens if you get left behind in this forest.
Yes, I don't particularly wish to become a sword either.
I'd collect you. Keep you safe in my collection.
Like to think I'd be the star of your collection.
Well, you saw my collection. It's very good. Nah, you would be.
Avros over here saying he's going to add him to a sword harem.
Yeah. Oh my god, all of my swords are hot people.
Okay, so have you played Boyfriend Dungeon? That's great. That's
I want to. I have it in my thing and I haven't started. I really want to.
So let me get this straight. You won't play The Witcher 3 and you won't play Boyfriend Dungeon? Where does it go with you?
I do want to play them. I need to install them, and then my brain needs to be in the right mood to want to take in a new thing. Because I know that if it's really good, I get heavily invested.
I am the same way.
Well, you guys rejoin the line as you're walking, and I think the unfortunate matter of this is that it's a very long way to the mother tree. So you guys probably have to camp for the night. I hope that's chill. But as Rena announces that we need to camp for the night, you can tell now that you're in here that as nighttime comes, it does get just a little bit more like evening, like twilight almost, but not like dark. So even though it seems like it's eternally sunshine in here, it's not as you spend more time in here. And you guys set up a fire and everything, and I will give you guys leave to do what, maybe have conversations you might have wanted to have, or you may check out things or ask questions or whatever during this time.
So, Emmanuel, you get hungry, you get thirsty, which means assumes that you probably get tired. You have a physical form, but you're gone completely if that sword goes in the scabbard, which also just means that it's going to be very annoying carrying the sword everywhere because they have to take it out. But just
you could strap me to your back if you want.
And I just kind of pause. It's I'm trying to figure out what you're not a ghost, but you're bound to the sword. But usually, things that are bound to swords, at least corporeal, genie, or some. They're bound to. They're there's something. You're
really
still your
really quickly. Sonari, as you are talking, he reaches along your belt, takes out one of your daggers, and cuts it along his palm. And you can see it's regular blood, except it's not red. It's like a silvery color. He goes,
okay, firstly, the fact that you got past me is kind of hot, but also, what?
Goes, okay, I was just trying to prove a point, but he goes, sorry, and he wipes it off, puts it back in the sheath there. He goes, I heal quickly, and you can see that already his hand has healed. But the scar on it is like this silvery color, like it's made of the same steel that the sword is made of. He goes, I heal quickly. I found that out.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
Okay. I'm sorry, this is just, I've never read about anything like you or met someone like, so I'm just fascinated by by this whole situation. So if you need me to shut up,
Well,
dude,
no, I'm very flattered to be the object of study for such a beautiful woman.
okay. Right. Sorry, no, not used to that directed at me. Just anyway.
That's strange.
Point is, I forgot. I've basically just, I've really forgotten my point. But I'm just like, you've hurt. Have you actually felt tired at all? Like, were you conscious? Like when that entire time when you were stuck in the tree?
The time in the tree, when I go into the scabbard, it's not just a void. Unfortunately, I wish it was. Whoever stuck me in there has a very interesting sense of humor. As I am kind of constantly in sort of various fights. I don't know if it's to keep me, excuse the pun, sharp. But there have been many times I've been in a fight in there with some unseen villain or enemy, and I defeat them or they defeat me, and I feel it. And it's not fun. And he kind of pulls the side of his shirt aside, and you see like scar, silver scar up his arm. He goes like,
Oh yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to go back into the scabbard. Yeah.
it's not constant. Sometimes I would have a reprieve and I would think like, oh, I must have, atoned. I've atoned, and no. So it's nice to be out of the scabbard, regardless of who wields me. But then once you're out, you realize like, wow, I've been fighting for a long time, and it might just be psychological. I might not actually be thirsty. I might not actually be hungry, but when you've been fighting for so long, it kind of all hits you at once you're out of it.
Well, this would actually be a good experiment to see if you actually get tired. Because if we're going to go to bed, like, doesn't matter how tired you might think you are, if you can't sleep, you can't sleep. So this will be interesting to see if you actually will sleep.
Yeah, you could definitely watch me sleep if you want to, and I could watch you sleep.
That actually would. Sorry, I work in a profession where anyone watching me sleep makes me highly uncomfortable. So
Then I will avert my eyes.
Thank you, dude. And she's just like,
Emmanuel.
Dude, Emmanuel.
Scenario.
Well, I don't want to keep you awake. If you need to sleep, I understand. I will not look.
Just one question. The trees around us, how
You have a
high
lot of
is...
questions.
Well, you're a new person.
I don't know, you just have a lot of questions. It's funny. Nothing wrong with it. Go ahead.
No, I was asking Moles, not Emmanuel.
Yeah, what about it?
I was asking how high is the lowest branch, like on one of the trees around us?
You could probably climb up there if you wanted to. If you wanted to sleep up there, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
So she's like, okay, so thanks for answering my questions. I'll probably have more after I nap. So good night. And I just immediately just scramble up the nearest tree and just get comfortable up there.
And he kind of goes back, and you see that despite him, Arbaro, owning that sword, or not owning it, but wielding it, he's got his own sword, and it's just a very typical sword. And as he's just kind of sharpening it on a whetstone by a fire, he's not really talking to anybody.
Guys, I was hoping I could have a moment of your time.
Of course, what's up?
Totally unrelated to everything we're doing here, but I've been thinking a lot about your situation.
My situation?
With your family. You were given that, what is it, a printing business? A printing shop of some kind?
A
publishing
company, yes.
House. Would you be open to investment?
Investment how?
Well, this business with Marina and her former suitor, uh, the Viscount.
Ah, yes, him.
Well, you know, he runs the paper in the city.
All too aware.
I'm thinking perhaps it might be time for a bit of competition.
Oh, are we talking about bringing the true word to the people?
Well, I'll leave that in your capable hands, but I am eager to invest in some competition.
Funny enough, I was thinking the same thing. Means to get actual information out to the common people and not whatever corruption decides they get to hear.
Yes, well, that's why I thought of you, because you do not seem like an individual that can be easily bought.
Oh, I can't be bought at all. I'm not for sale.
Well, that's what I'm counting on.
As you're in a pact with a goddess.
That was a mutual business deal. That was not me being bought.
Well, even if it was you being bought, it takes a god to buy you, so that's certainly better than the Viscount.
I'm not really sure how comfortable it is to hear that a god has purchased me, but I get what you're saying.
Makes for a good story.
Oh, definitely. But yes, if you wish to invest in such a operation, I would not be opposed to it.
I think the city needs it. We can work out the logistics, of course, if and when we get out of this forest, but I wanted to float the idea at the very least.
There's another idea that I've been floating in my head.
I'm listening.
The people need somebody other than the wings to look into situations that occur into the city. The wings are capable in their tasks, but let's face it, they're more focused on keeping the peace for people like us.
They do what they're told, yes.
Yes. We don't need drones to bring justice to those who need it. I was thinking of this maybe partially because of Avros and his ability to definitely break into establishments, but thinking of starting
I don't think you would know that, guys.
I thought they had that conversation out in the open.
No, they waited
Oh,
until you guys
okay.
were walking a little bit further down
Gotcha.
the path.
Okay. Nix that.
Okay.
I'm thinking of starting a sort of private investigation firm. Stepping away from, well, the limelight myself as a bard and helping people in a better way. I won't deny that I've been enjoying myself this entire time, going about and searching for clues and trying to bring the truth to light.
You have been very eager.
Sorry, my cat wanted it. Yes, it's all too exhilarating for me to actually live the life of characters I've only written about.
I can see the appeal.
And I think, we could, or anyone who wants to join in, we can do some good, at least for the city.
I think it is an admirable endeavor. And it would be good to have an organization that is truly neutral within the city.
But again, as you said, conversation for when we get out of here.
Indeed.
But in regards to your question, yes, I would be open for investment.
Fantastic. I think that should be a high priority once we're back in the city.
Is there anything else you needed? Eventful day for you.
It certainly has been. Very eventful. Very good, though. Even with the whole aging time stream thing, the latter half of the day was quite nice.
It looks good on you.
Your flattery is appreciated.
I just hope that once we get to where we're going, things are easy. But I have my doubts that ease is not going to be something that we come across.
No, I don't think so. I think things are going to be even more difficult from here on out. But if they were easy, then somebody else would have done them already.
It's not the difficulty that worries me. I feel the deeper we go into this forest, the more our lives are in danger. Protection or not.
You're probably not wrong. But I think as long as we... My goodness, there's a cat on your shoulder. As long as we stay together and look out for each other, I think we'll get out of this okay. Might have a few extra scars when we get out, but I think we will get out.
As long as it's just scars and not death.
Well, I mean, sometimes death can be preferable to certain scars, but hopefully we don't have those kind.
I would hate to disappoint anybody back home if any of us were to die.
I think depending on which one of us it was, not everybody back home would be disappointed, but let's not cross that bridge.
I'd rather not even build that bridge.
Agreed. But I think I'm going to get some rest for now. We should all try and do the same.
I will try. Sleep and I aren't usually friends at times, but I shall do my best.
Well, if you do stay up while we're all asleep, try not to touch anything.
Huh?
But you know, like swords sticking out of trees, that type of thing.
Oh, you mean like you
Or
did?
yourself.
Or myself, god damn it. I would like to point out that I'm probably the most well-behaved out of this group here.
It says the one that made a pact with a god in back room somewhere.
Although making that pact with the god did save a life. That was important
Exactly.
to us. So
It
Yes.
was...
I never claimed to be brave.
But my impression from what you've told us is that you did fail to actually clarify your role within this pact before agreeing to it wholeheartedly.
I'm not going to lie that it in the eyes of some, it would have been a foolhardy decision. But if given the chance, I'd do it again.
Foolhardy, maybe not. Desperate, absolutely.
Even in that desperation, as I said, I'd do it again without a second thought.
I have no doubts that you would, Gaius.
I just wish this pact and power she's given me came with an instruction manual.
You could ask her.
Well, it never does hurt to ask.
It was on my to-do list.
Teacher.
Homework.
What does this do?
At the very least, it can't be a bad thing to have Luridia herself on your side. Anyway, have a good night, Gaius.
You as well. I think for Gaius, he's just gonna like pretty much sit there and just stay up for as long as he can, just mindlessly like strumming on his lute as just everybody else is like going to sleep.
You notice that everyone sleeps except for Emmanuel. And he is looking off along the tree line. He's very on alert.
You're not allowed to sleep.
I definitely can sleep. I don't think it's wise having all of us asleep.
Probably not.
No.
Hey, question: when you came in here into the forest, did you run into a cat?
Other than you? No.
I'm not a cat.
No. It was so sudden though. Like it was within like a minute of me crossing the tree line that that voice spoke to me. So maybe that was the cat?
No, I don't think that was the
Is
cat.
Was the cat a woman?
No.
Or a girl?
No.
Oh, then probably not. Sorry, I didn't know.
Seems he chooses who he wants to antagonize. No, if
Probably if he finds a very interesting group of adventurers, he might have his eye drawn there.
If my
not
guess
interesting.
is correct, who spoke to you was Luridia.
I thought that too, but it seemed crazy. It seems kind of cruel. But that's not my place.
Hopefully, whenever your deal is completed, she can release you from the blade.
Maybe.
Just know that she does everything for a reason. And it's not out of cruelty or out of malice. It's for balance. God, I sound like my brother.
Well, is your brother wise?
Yes, but he's at times a blowhard.
I think there might be something to what you said, and if that's the case, sounding like your brother doesn't sound so bad.
At least I sound like that brother and not the other one.
Gosh, you got your choice to pick from.
3 of them. One of them
Are
I
you
get
your
along.
parents' favorite?
Far from it. I'm the 4th. I'm the disappointment.
I'm the first. I'm the
golden boy.
I was. No, not in the slightest. I would say that, Gaius, you're probably familiar with the Boreas family and what happened with them. He goes, they definitely wanted me to be the golden boy, but I'm not really interested in the family business.
You and
Still
I both.
am not. would much rather be in a sword and freed by interesting people than be running a steelworks.
Well, if you're ever freed of the blade and you need a place, you seem like a individual who may be of use to bring better lives to people.
That's very generous of you, Mr. Tybalt.
Just call me Gaius. No Mr., no Lord, nothing like that.
If you say so, Gaius. Yes, that's very generous of you. I don't foresee myself leaving this forest unless Mr. Cerberus does, which is incredibly aggravating, but
If you
c'est la vie.
makes you feel any better, I too was about to remove or try to remove the blade from the tree before he beat me to it.
I wish he'd been quicker. I would much rather be in your care than his.
He's a lot, but he's a good person. Excuse me.
Our families were at loggerheads with each other for too long. I suppose it's ingrained. It was always, my parents are like, why can't you be more like Arbelrio Sarveris? And if I had to hear that one more time.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he has changed.
Has he gotten worse? That would make me feel so much better.
No.
Damn.
Believe it or not, he's starting to form a heart.
That's lovely.
I think the influence of this group is rubbing off on him.
Yes, I was surprised to see such a interesting grouping. Never expected to see some of you so far out in the forest. I thought I was going to be stuck there forever until some random worker walked by.
Right. You've been gone for 5 years.
I have.
Well, I guess we can catch
Feels
you.
longer somehow. I say 5, but I feel there's some points in the sword where it feels like maybe a year has gone by or several. It's hard to tell.
Well, I guess I should catch you up to speed. The whole reason why we're in this forest to begin with, Lord Partington was murdered in front of a vast amount of the higher families in Sargenty.
Avrosa's father was murdered?
Yes. And
That is awful.
the 4 of us have been looking into the murder and trying to solve the details as to why he was brought to an end, and it has led us to this forest.
That's very brave of you. What are you hoping to find in the forest?
Answers. The truth. Something that leads us to those responsible back in the city.
Well, when I was in the scabbard, to be fair, I was fighting for my life a lot of the times, but when I wasn't, I could sort of see out onto the road, the ever unchanging road before me. I saw people come and go. If I can offer any insight, I would. However, I feel that I'm mainly just to be a sort of sellsword, mercenary, bodyguard, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is you are to help us with, I was given a vision of your tree.
By whom?
Laridia.
My. She's definitely got a lot of threads that she pulls.
You're telling me. I'm sort of in a pact with her.
Oh, wow. You are serious.
Oh, very much so, yes.
I suppose we are the same then. I'm sort of also in a bit of a pact with her, if I could put a word to this, however strange it is. I feel like you might have gotten an easier pact, though.
I don't know. New details are being dropped on me every day.
But are you trapped in a sword?
No. I can speak to dead
Exactly.
people and usher them to the other side.
That's sounds like it would make a great book.
Everything that has happened so far would make the most amazing story. But it would be highly...
I'm actually... Go ahead.
It would be highly unethical for me to write a story such as this.
Why?
Because I'm using what has happened to people that I respect and that I care about as a means to garner wealth, to garner fame.
You could always give that wealth away, and as for fame, guys, Tybalt, even I knew of you before I disappeared.
I don't know, maybe I'll publish a story about it.
And isn't that what you authors do? You sort of change names around. This is not a true... This is loosely based on true events, etc., etc.
Yes. But I don't know. There's just a part of me that tells me that writing a story such as this would do more harm than good. But publishing the truth, on the other hand, may do everybody some good.
Because I've always thought that the truth in every setting... And then he stops his sentence and he looks out along the tree line.
We alone?
I think he slowly rises, and his eyes are fixed on the tree line. Do you hear that? What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 13.
I don't think you hear it quite yet, but as you kind of prick your ears up and you make a concentrated effort, you hear like a groaning coming from the tree line of many voices. And it sounds ragged and agonizing. And as you look out along the tree line, you can give me a perception check if you want.
That is going to be a perception of 14.
As you look out along the tree line, it has dimmed in the forest. It's not completely dark, but you see dark shapes starting to make their way out of the forest where, like, the tree line towards where you guys are. And it's slow, shuffling movements. And as they get closer, go ahead.
I think without a second thought, Gaius kind of like jumps to his feet, pulls his rapier out, and then channels just like a bit of that celestial eldritch energy in his hand as he gives out just like an ear-splitting whistle to try to wake everybody else up.
And probably that does wake everybody up. And as you're all kind of in the deep throes of sleep, like shaking it off, you all turn your attention to the tree line and you see the very first of these shuffling forms break the tree line, advancing towards you ever so slowly. But they seem to be people, and yet their forms have been twisted and misshapen so badly, and they're covered in this slick, oily black substance that you all recognize as that nightmare product, that night wing thing that created the plant. And it seems to be covering them and like taking them over. And some of them look like normal people with just arms and legs. Others have tendrils growing out of their back, have extremely large arms like that come down into like this massive deformed claw. And as they shuffle towards you, Gaius, you hear them like this sort of like hive voice just muttering like, feed her, feed her, feed her. And that's where we're gonna stop for today.
I didn't
Hope
know
that's
Mother
cool.
came into this campaign.
No, Mother needs spaces.
Oh my god.
Lisa needs braces.
Dental plan.
All right, take it away.
Thank you everybody for tuning on in today. This is your first time here. This is not the only show that we do. Coming up on Monday, well, actually, no, coming up tomorrow is going to be another episode of our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign of Wayward Wanderers, which is run by Azarin. Coming up Monday will be another episode of Destiny Forged, which is our longest running show here on the channel. And soon on alternating Mondays, we are going to be having another game that sort of takes place. It's going to be jumping between that game and Destiny Forged. Right now we're spinning everything up, but we'll have more information on that as things develop. Coming up on Tuesdays, we have Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tilt. This Thursday, we will have another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition mod run by Zorro. Alternating Thursdays, we have A New Era, which is another 5th edition game run by me. And then coming up next Saturday will be Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game that I run. And on the alternating Saturdays, you have us here on the Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini adventure run by Malls. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning on in, and we will catch you later.